let's start. Push the button. Previously, so you've had an encounter with a griffin, or two, and travelled up north through the swamp. Then you headed eastward, past what looked like a staircase that went up into the mountains, and got to what looked like the ruins of some sort of settlement or burial area. You investigated the burial area, being curious individuals, so you are, and found a sarcophagus, which you decided to take a little peeky peek inside. Anyway, moving on. You travelled on, deciding to go uphill a short area, which had less dense foliage cover. But from there, you saw eventually a town that was burning. And made your way down there with haste, where you were fired upon with arrows. Apparently, the occupants of the town, thinking you were some sort of raiding brigands, Bertolak, I think, ran forward and tried to persuade them not to fire, and you made your way into the town and assisted getting water and so on to stop the fires burning. You spent a little bit of time then. You talked to some individuals in the town. Silwell was the official that spoke to you mainly, and explained some of the situation. There are brigands that attacked the town, looking to take. They don't know where they are. They come at irregular points, but they've done a significant amount of damage, and people have been killed. You were allowed to bring your wagons into the town and rest up for the night, where you met with a couple of people, and in the morning were able to go on and see the mayor of the town, Iked, and you got to examine one of the bodies from the raid. You ultimately made a decision to go and set out and maybe find these brigands and deal with the situation, which you did after some adventures with cakes, or turning cakes down. And on the way up into the mountains, you encountered a very hairy creature that caused some damage, but ultimately was dealt with.
Two of them?
Yeah, two of them.
One was already injured, I think, wasn't it?
Which I would like to point. Randy pointed out, and everyone was just like, "Shut up, Randy."
Okay, so I think we pretty much finished with you dealing with the Yetis.
Yes, Yetis.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to refresh your memories of before we carry on any further? It has been a little while since we were in this session, so it might be worthwhile just refreshing your memories.
We had just got to the opening of where it was, hadn't we? Or are we picking up just after the fight?
You're picking up just after the fight.
Okay. What was our intention? We were going to go to the shrine.
To the shrine.
Basically, investigate it for your curiosity anyway. And if there have to be bandits there.
And we said the bandits would definitely be keeping.
No one
the
has
shrine.
any idea where the bandits are hauled up. Apparently they escaped in different directions every time.
So we've not outright committed to we're going to hunt down the bandits for you, but we're just going, if we happen to find some bandits, we'll deal with them.
Yeah.
Is the general gist of it, isn't it?
I believe we will be rewarded if we do so.
Quite rightly, you don't conclusively know that the bandits are at the shrine. You just heard about the shrine and thought it was worthwhile.
It's the only landmark we know other than the town around here, so we'll fucking
Well,
start
the town
there.
is surrounded by forests as well.
Yeah, so we'll start there.
I'm pretty sure it might have been you and Arnett, or it might have been just Arnett that went out to confirm that there was no one single trail we could follow.
Yeah, I think he went out.
Yeah. This is there. Went out.
Yeah.
I believe when we took, it was a temple, it was a shrine or something to Eli or one of the avatars or something.
It was an avatar, but I can't remember who for.
We know that it has like angel wings that wrap around. I'll just have a look.
We did get a description of what was in the.
Yeah, the shrine is dedicated to one of the avatars of the line.
Yes.
At the very least, it's a nice little sightseeing chapter for the book.
Yes.
So I was intentional with it because with no actual clear destination for these bandits, we'll just go to the shrine and
I think we wanted to look at the shrine either way, bandits or no bandits. So
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Two birds, one stone.
Remind myself where we were beginning.
These shrines of sarcophagi, we open them. That is the party motto.
All of them at the same time. Let's go.
Open!
One person opens them while the rest are conveniently a safe asterisk
Space
30 foot
65,
distance away.
And I believe Sitis hasn't returned with a message yet, the bird.
He's been sent off. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was there. I think that's it.
Oh, you
Yeah, my bird friend.
Friend.
And I think twice on 2 separate sessions I forgot there were
Gloves.
like handling gloves. Yes. Shit. My bad.
Called him some bad names.
Other than that, yeah, I think.
I noted them all down.
So I think at the end of last session, then we sort of.
What are the names?
We finished off the age.
Definitely called him
finished
a
off the
bastard
Did
bird
we
in the last
make anything off
session.
them?
I don't think we began looting yet because it was getting quite late. I think last time.
Who wants to shave it yet?
We did loot the.
Did we? We did, yeah, I
You
nicked
took
your hand.
his hand.
Yeah.
I was going to say that. It says always takes one of the Yeti's hands and puts it in his backpack.
That sounds weird.
It's very rare that I write down any looting, but I wrote that down, so that's what kind of level we're at.
100% gonna forget about it. It's gonna go mouldy in there, but it's staying in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna decompose in my back.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else we need from the Yetis while we're there?
Do they have any horns on?
Yetis do have horns, yes.
I mean, we could probably take a short rest if it's beneficial to anyone while we're sort of getting things together.
And sort my health.
I didn't take a single hit and I've got 8 temporary hit points. So okay.
I took 2 swipes from a Yeti and I didn't have a large health pool.
A short rest would allow me to get closer
Yeah, I could take a
with
short
the
rest,
divinity, but outside of that, I feel perfectly fine.
but yeah, go for one. Take a couple of
I
hits.
can eat.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay, well, why don't we we'll take it. How long's a short rest? An hour? No.
Hour.
Yeah, it is an hour, isn't it? Why don't we take an hour to collect our things?
Can we take
Is it worth having a look around at where the
I assume
Yetis
someone
would
cast
be?
8 at
So
some
there's
point, so I've got
blood.
8 temporary hit points.
Yeah, I got 8 as well. Someone 8.
That's
was
from,
sorry
I
to
can,
inter-
sorry,
Go on.
weaken both temporary hit points, so it's my channel divinity, and I believe it's
Correct.
your special ability as well.
Are they until next rest, or are they until... Because if we're resting, they might disappear in a second.
Give me a Moomin 2 with that one.
Was I correct in thinking that there were already arrows in one of the Yetis?
That's right.
It was arrows that matched.
Sure.
Yeah, they're the same arrows as what we saw.
It just says
Well,
you get
yeah.
the temporary hit points. No timer on it.
But usually they disappear. Like it's like normally it's like you get them until your next.
Unless there's a specific rule with temporary hit points. Is there a specific rule with temporary?
What is this? Is this a class ability or?
So this is the channel divinity of the Twilight Sanctuary. It just says you grant 1d6 plus 2 temporary hit points. It doesn't say.
Normally you lose them after a
A
long
rest, yeah.
Yeah, we'll lose.
But
it.
sometimes you use them on short rest because it.
Do we have to?
I'm not trying to be picky. I just want to be.
Do we have to delete the temporary hit points?
Is this Twilight? The Twilight Domain?
Yeah. Twilight channel divinity, Twilight Sanctuary.
Unless it has a duration, they last until they're depleted or you finish a long rest.
The sphere lasts for a minute, which is the dim light, and then that allows me to either drop charmed or frightened effects, or grant some temporary hit points.
Where did we see those arrows?
Oh, I didn't know it was plus my cleric level.
Because
That's
there was.
interesting. Just assumed it was proficiency bonus at plus 2.
It was it in the it was in that thing that was in the river that we blocked.
That's
the river.
correct. Yeah.
That's right.
It was in, the Shandon Mound, whatever it was called. That's where the arrows were.
Jeremy Crawford is wrong! Which is a danger of trusting Twitter instead of the rulebook.
You're on Reddit forum.
Yeah, that sounds like Reddit, right?
I do D&D Beyond one, but it's equally as angry.
Sometimes I do think it'd be best to ignore everything other than just the core player's handbook. Just fuck off all this internet shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they last till long rest.
It sounds reasonable to me.
Or until they're used.
Cool.
Unless
Fair enough.
it's one essence.
Can I try?
Nope.
There goes my masturbating behind a rock then.
Yep, you've got to do it in full view of everybody.
Make eye contact.
Surely that ups the DC for me to finish.
And so if that's your trait or not.
Depends how good your sleight of hand is.
I'd like to insight.
If there's a DC to finish, you've probably got some sensitivity issues.
My sleight of hand's not bad, so.
We're feeling a lot of stress at the moment.
Just can't get that. Head in the game.
I'd like to.
By head, you mean. And by game, you mean. A deer?
Just, ambiguous as ever.
Alright, okay.
Cool.
So, you decided to take a short rest, is that what we're planning to do?
Yeah, I think so.
Before I sit down to rest, I'm going to try and remove one of the horns.
Okay.
Or two of the horns. I'll try and remove two of the horns.
I shall use my new harvesting thing that I've got here. Yeah, can you make a nature check for me, please?
I shall be using a dagger to assist me in some carvages.
Still make a bloody nature check.
Nature check. I'm trying to find out. Oh, it's just a flat roll for me. Let's start with the blue one. 13.
13. Alright. So, you bring your dagger in close to this skull, and with a little bit of work while everybody's settling down to rest and eat some rations, you manage to snap the two horns clear of the skull. The horns are both curved and pointy. They're a dark blue leading to black, and as you take them away, they're still cold as you remove them from the body.
Like unnaturally cold from where we are.
Unnaturally cold, yeah.
Do they look clean cut?
Relatively, they would require some work to make them presentable or anything, but you pretty much had to work them with a dagger and snap them off.
I've done the groundwork, that's fine. Randy did it.
So, for your benefit, the two horns have a value of 20 gold pieces.
Is that 20 each or 20 between?
20 for the pair.
20 for the pair?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah. So, make a note of Yeti horns.
I shall.
So for the short rest, we lose our temporary HP.
No.
Oh, we don't.
It's long rest you lose them.
It's the same with the hand that you've taken. It is still cold to the touch.
Ooh.
It's sad.
It means it's going to keep my rations cool. It's like an ice pack.
A limp ice pack.
So I'll tell you what I've got here on the chart. The claws on the hand are frigid at a touch. Some upscale taverns use the claws and make them into small cubes and use them to keep drinks cold.
That's a hygiene risk.
And I will tell you for the horn, some weaponsmiths carve the horns into curved daggers and overvalue them because they make the ideal drinking horns in warmer climates.
Let's get themselves a drinking horn.
It always keeps your drink cold.
Yeah, screw all your water skins. Don't you see they're sitting there with a... oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be a 1,000 odd gold commission to get one of those made.
And I will tell you now that the Yeti hand you've taken has a value of 100 gold pieces.
Shows the wrong bit of the Yeti. I would like to harvest testicles.
The butthole, please.
What if it's a lady?
So, using the system I'm using now, there's a whole bunch of other stuff you can do with this. It's worth remembering you got them and pursuing that when you reach appropriate places. Okay. I'll give you a little bit of fluff for this, but future ones, then it's up to you to find out.
The value for Orvine is nothing because he doesn't care for it as a hand. That's all he's happy about. So that's a waste of 100 gold. Sorry.
It's not a waste. I'll tell you what is a waste.
Oh god. Do we complete a short rest?
You complete a short rest without any interruption.
Well, I feel refreshed. Are we all ready? Chop chop.
Just sit up and lift myself up.
Come on, everyone to your feet, and I'll start like sort of pulling people like at their arms.
Fine.
Yeah, it's just you because you've left the wagon back in town.
Yes, yeah.
All right. So you can see the rise coming up ahead of you, and you think you can spy the area which should have the shrine in it. It's a little bit of a distance away, but uphill for a large portion as well. So maybe an hour.
How are we looking for daylight? I can't remember what time it was.
It was early in the day because you just rested.
It was early in the day, yeah.
You just rested, but it's they did say in the town it was quite a journey to get there, so you travelled for a little bit of time.
Did you also say there was ribbons that went up there?
That's right. There are posts
yeah.
with coloured ribbons on which lead to the shrine.
Can we see any?
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, I'll take a look as well.
I got a 9.
I got a 16.
Okay. Cannot see any posts with coloured ribbons on.
This appeared to be the most well-trodden path.
It appears to be a main path, if you will. Yeah, flattened ground.
I hope you're embellishing, like that fight that took place was more grandiose than it actually was.
Adventure needs no embellishment.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure one of the Berts would very much appreciate the embellishment of.
Oh, we see. Well, of course they put up.
How he stood toe to toe with two.
Oh yes. Stared down, both salivating. Although now it's turned into an erotica novel.
I mean, you write the novel. How do you write the novel?
It's just frothing at the mouth, completely rabid, prepared to tear each other to shreds. Of course.
Yeah, because in
Maybe
reality,
still erotica.
he did a fantastic job, but they were beating on him for a long time.
Pardon, sir.
He did get his ass kicked, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh well, yeah.
I think we have a ways to go. We should probably talk less about the story and more once you get into places.
Well, I just didn't want him to start writing and maybe miss out some key details or things. But I mean, this book, you said you're a well-known author, and
Yes, of course.
the book is guaranteed to sell well.
Well known, sir. Well known. Yes, well known. I know what sell well is. Yes, we'll all do well. Probably.
Don't want my efforts to be
Wasted.
Yes.
I, sir, come from a long line of writers.
Oh, really? These are?
My father, my father's father, my father's father's father, my father's 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 father, and my father's 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 father.
Well, are you guys well read? Would there anything we would know?
Oh, anything published by the Verden Schmidt family. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be many libraries around here. When we get back to town, I'll be sure to show you. No worries. And with that, I'll sort of just tighten the straps on my satchel, sort of give a tug on the laces on my boots, and start marching up the hill. When the road goes.
I'll follow.
Is that Verden Schmidt with a SCHMID?
DT, yeah.
Okay.
There's no cooking books made by them.
Okay. So you start.
Yeah, so his name overlaps, like, how many characters...
Althea starts powering on ahead from the rest of the group, and everybody then struggles away to their feet and makes their way. It's all uphill. at this stage, and it doesn't take very long to feel the extra exertion of the incline. Every step forward requires lifting your feet up higher than you would. It's a further hour, and yet you seem to make less progress than you thought towards this cave opening. You can still see it, and it's closer, but it just seems that the ground is harder than you imagined. You veer off following this path to the left, and it curves round to the right, and there's sporadic trees and foliage here and there. As Ophir is trying to find his way, what's your passive perception?
My PP is 11.
Let's get everybody else's while I'm at it. Bert?
13.
Bertolac. He ain't going to be noticing.
No, it's not.
Lycidius?
14.
Orvine?
10.
No, I've also been doing anything. And Randy?
15.
15. Okie dokie.
If it matters, I only get a +1 to it, so it's like perception is not my strong suit.
Alright.
You're a bard, everything's your strong suit.
Everything is my strong suit, so long as I'm doing a performance of that thing.
Oh dear. Okay.
I can pretend to be perceptive.
Okay. So you're moving on it, and you hear a snap of a twig just to the right of you. You look and you see a rustle of branches and hear a whooshing sound, and look down as a length of rope just starts to tighten around your ankle. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Saving throws. Ooh, this might be alright, actually. Please don't let me down. It's a 7, not 1. Thank God.
That's okay.
So it's 11 altogether.
11 altogether. So the rope tightens around your ankle, and the rest of you slightly behind see a tree that you now realise was bent. And off they go, flipped upside down into it.
I'm assuming that bit's not going in the book.
The elasticity of the trunk makes it bounce up and down. You're pulled quite aggressively in the thing. The same point from further up the slope. What's your AC there, Ophir?
13.
Okay. A small stone hits you right in the head.
Oh.
Go cross-eyed.
Can you take 3 points of bludgeon damage? And another one just whips
Do
by
I
you.
take it off my temporary HP first?
Yes.
Yeah, if it just does damage, and then it'll automatically do it.
Oh, will it?
Alright.
So 3 damage was there.
What do you want to do?
There you go.
Oh, cool.
Everybody else?
Did we see the stone hit him, or did he just?
Oh yeah, you
Or
see.
did he just go? "Ooh"?
I think you see the stone hit him, and another one fly past and just rattle into the bushes.
Imagine this all happens like source, see where it came from.
Okay, make a perception check.
I'm not in woods, are we? Technically.
There's undergrowth and there's sporadic trees. I wouldn't say it's the woods.
I've got a 22 to look for the source.
Got a 19. I'm very perceptive.
For the love of a lion, all that is good,
20.
get me down!
So you two looking for the source of it see maybe 30, 40 feet further up the slope where there's a mass of undergrowth and bushes. The bushes start to rustle as someone is changing position. Someone or something.
I'm still there dangling, wailing, shouting
I'm
for
gonna
people
go
to get me
and
down.
help.
Okay.
I'm going to keep my eyes on it to try watch it as it changes position.
Alright.
You said about 30 feet away.
30 to 40 feet away, you reckon?
Can I
You can't specifically see what it is, you can more see the bushes moving.
can I use thaumaturgy to make myself sound like Gandalf talking to Bilbo? You there, boy, I see you.
I'll train.
You've seen a very different version of the movie to me.
I'll train an arrow
It's the one after
at
that.
that location. I won't fire, but I'll just draw back an arrow.
Okay. Just aiming.
Yes.
Right, okay. Feel the creak of the bow
as he's shouting at that.
Are you tall enough to get him?
I'm gonna, well, I was gonna wait on that. I'm gonna go over to the tree.
Yeah.
What kind of tree? Is it tied to a branch or is it like a bending
They
tree?
bent it's not a large tree, but it's been
like a
bent
spruce or
over.
something, yeah.
Whoever set this thing
Alright.
to provide it's got enough bulk to lift a person up.
Can I try and bend the tree back down? Just put him on the ground.
Okay, so you can make an athletics check for me, please.
23.
Yeah, so you reach up and grab the tree, and you don't have the weight yourself to pull it fully down, but as you grab hold of it, an office starts lowering down towards the ground. Your hands are dangling towards it, they're just about scraping the dirt down.
I'll try and sort of grasp on to anything, but I can't imagine it's all just loose.
Now can you make a dexterity check for me?
Oh.
Just a dexterity.
I could regret your actions.
Just a straight dexterity.
Okay, catapults.
15. Okay, it almost slips from your grasp, and there's a sudden jerk, and you're lifted, but then you manage to grab hold of it and keep him in place. Your fingers come back down, and you're just about scraping the dirt ahead of you, completely upside down. You're feeling all the blood is rushing to your head.
Yeah.
Down.
How far away from that would I be? From the tree?
Well, you guys were all moving up behind, so at most I'd say 15, 20 feet
Could
away.
I run and just grab onto off here and try and weight him down?
All right. Yeah, it's quite easy because he's right there. So you run and you put your arms down.
Just as I'm reaching for the knife in my boot to cut me loose, I get bare hugged.
I've got him.
You're like face to crotch right now.
I've got him. I've got him.
Like full on 69 in 1
Yeah.
We haven't watched it in a while either.
All right. Your voice booms up towards us, and as it sounds louder, you hear it echoing repeatedly further up the canyon. Can you make an intimidation check for me, please?
I think I might have minuses. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You can just about hear the sound of from further up. Can't make out what's being said, but there are some form of voices towards there. And then a rustle of the brush again, and you can just about see a small figure, probably a fraction, in the same sort of size as off here, dart towards a tree.
I've got him.
Cut the rope!
He says this is a grope.
It is a grope.
Can I walk up, watching the tree that it's darted to, and I will draw my scimitar as it comes out, beautiful, gleaming, shiny, package like it's never been used, package it straight out of it, and then just swing at the rope that we've got 3 people trying to
Sure,
do
make
this.
an attack roll.
If I lose a foot, Josh, I swear to God.
8.
You swing at the rope, just skimming the edge of it with the tip of your scimitar. It's into the tree itself that Bert is holding down. But it catches enough of the rope that it just starts to unravel and spiral. The rope twisting and turning as it's getting thinner.
Can I try and yank it back out?
Oh, you yank it back out. You feel the the tree jerk under the.
Get him down!
And I'll pull down, as they say, get him down.
Okay, make an athletics check.
15.
All right, you put your arms firmly around it, almost lift yourself off the ground and drop. You feel this sudden pain on your ankle as the rope tightens and yanks aggressively at you, and then you both drop to the ground. Can you make a dexterity check?
Yeah, your counterweight's gone away.
Oh, it's alright actually. 16 again.
Realising at the last second what's going on, you let go as the tree.
I love to pretend it was Bert's terrible intelligence, but then I was like, I'm in the tree!
Sorry, I have trouble remembering my own name.
That would have been an incredible cartoon scene, just you flying across.
Never to be seen again.
Lands at Zafik's lair.
How far away is this tree that the thing's darted to?
It's clearly 40, 45 feet away now.
While they're messing with the jab and trying to keep an eye on the movement.
Can I walk up 10 foot? And then I'm going to use thaumaturgy again, but not for my voice, to start having the ground around that tree tremor slightly.
How far up are you walking?
So that I'm within 30 foot, because that's the range of the spell. And then just have it start to tremor. I suggest you come out before harm is done.
So, most of the group are dealing with the tree situation. You've got your arrow. You're the first one to see 5 figures run from the undergrowth directly around Randy, surrounding him. Small, cloaked, reptilian-looking figures, and stab at him aggressively with daggers and a spear. So we're just going to go a surprise round here.
With 5 of them.
I'll say, if they actually are stabbing at him, I will loose the arrow.
Of course. So you can loose one.
Yeah. That's probably a miss.
Well, my ace is better than yours, so I'll be able to.
Yeah. I think our high AC is.
It's only a 14.
Yeah.
I think.
14. Okay. Give me some damage.
11 points.
11 points. All right. So they run out. One of them is immediately skewered through the neck with an arrow and drops in a heartbeat. First attack here is a 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Second attack is a natural 20. Third attack is a 21. And the fourth and final attack, this is the one with the spear, is a 21.
Let me hit you 4 times, not 5.
Yeah, one of them was taken out. So, the first one. Can you take 5 points of damage?
Yes, I can. Yeah, that's 1 of 4.
The second one, which I believe was a natural 20.
Oh.
Oh dear.
8 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Fourth one.
I've got 11 left.
For 4 points of damage. And the final one is a spear.
Not 7, not 7.
4 points of damage. Okay, can everybody roll initiative?
That temporary hit points saved me.
Oh, that's one. Well, better now.
Okay, so while not a true representation of exactly where you are, you're a little bit further away, I'm going to have everybody set up over here. Yep. Sometimes
teasing
it's
us
not
for
to
that
commit
one
until
holiday
you're
out
sure
to
you can
sea.
survive.
Well,
That's
yeah.
what killed us in Speak's Lair.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I say killed us, it killed Berticus and Bill. We ran.
We ran.
We ran very fast. While shaped into a panther and just ran.
Understandably so.
Everyone respects the beholder.
Oh. It was the last thing I was expecting, to be honest. I thought it was going to be like some weird tentacle,
On
like
any other
octopus.
creature, you might have a chance, but a beholder's just like,
Just so powerful.
nah.
I was level 2.
Find a beholder.
Don't think I had a chance to get the
Yeah, it's completely inappropriate. Alright, so,
Where do you want us?
Which tree?
That's not serious. For the time being.
who this is obviously
Randy.
isn't it?
Randy, yeah.
So you moved
Within 30 feet.
You were 30
of
feet where the tree was, so...
It's those dodgy bushes again.
30 is the dodgy bushes again. Okay, the bulk of you, this is obviously you, John, and the rest of the group are dealing with this tree over here. Yeah. Okay, so,
Kobolds.
they are kobolds.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen a bunch of kobolds.
I assume lizard folk. Just because
My first thought was goblins, but goblins can launch a vast amount.
Here you go. All right. So, initiative.
Oh yeah, sorry. And 1 to 5. I got 2.
I got 6.
I also got 6.
Okay. Which one is the
I
highest?
have +3 to my initiative.
He's ahead.
So you're there.
Is Bert legitimately all the way down here, are you?
Yeah. 5 to 10. 10 to 15. Oh, 15 to 20.
16.
I was 17.
19.
So that's right, isn't it?
It is right.
Okay. Assidious.
Well, they're clearly very much stabbing at poor Randy over there.
Oh yeah, they're all around him.
All you hear, good shot! Ah! As it gets stabbed at the other ones.
I will fire again.
Trolls all around you.
That's probably going to hit. 22 to hit. For maximum to minimum damage, 4 points.
Okay. One catches the arrow right next to you. Still up.
I'm level 2, that's all I can do.
Can you give me a colourful dice, please?
Oh. As we know now, not black one or white one. We have a yellow one. Which one are we going for?
Whichever one John wanted to target.
Where would you like to go?
Give the one on his own, because I went for that one first time, so yeah.
Yellow one.
Lovely.
Makes
Okay.
sense. That's I'm level 2, that's all I can do.
Okay. Orvine. Orvine.
All fine to me, isn't it? 15, 20. I can get right behind that one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, and I'm going to smack him in the back
All right.
with my Morning Star. Get off him! For a 18 to hit.
That's going to hit.
4, 5 plus 2, 7 piercing damage with the Morning Star.
Straight down on the top of the kobold's head. Just implodes. Gore sprays out in every direction. All up your clothes.
I've just clipped you up.
So, he's down.
That's all I can do.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Randy Bumgardner.
I think I'm going to range.
It's actually Randy Randleman. I think I'll find of the many Randlemans.
I don't know where I heard Bumgardner before, but someone in some movie or TV program said Randy Bumgardner, and I hear Randy, and it's
Is it
immediately.
when Bart calls no?
It might be, yeah, one of those phone calls.
Wasn't that the guy? Some of the guy jumped out of the on the edge of space. He jumped out of the balloon or something. Wasn't that Baumgartner?
Oh, the one who did
I've just googled Randy Bumgardner real quick. The top result is a BBC article. Boris Johnson, what to expect when the PM visits the White House.
It's possible the internet's showing you the sort of articles you want to read.
Yeah, it was worth
I
it.
think I'm going to swing at yellow one with the
With the arrow sticking out.
with my scimitar
Okay.
for a 22
That hits him.
I'm sorry.
for 8 slashing damage.
Okay, you bring the scimitar down. With a smooth sound singing through the air, it slices the kobold in two.
Beautiful.
Fantastic, and then that's a big turn.
Okay.
I want to laugh and say the rope was stronger than the kobold.
Off here. You are prone.
Well, I shall get up, and I must be within 60 feet of
Yes.
one, I think, by the looks of it. I shall vicious mockery one. I don't suppose it matters which one. Whatever one looks like.
The most stupid face.
Is the most emotionally.
There were five,
imbalanced.
there were now two.
Yeah, I guess the one directly right of his model, Josh's model.
The one in silver.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Sorry, I've pre-prepared some material this time, guys.
It's very spontaneous, so I've got to compliment you.
Yeah, no worries. I try and do it spontaneously, but of course, if you want me to fight, I'll do it. But be warned, I bite. My words tend to sting. I'll hold back nothing. Don't expect your wounds to be light. And then it's D4. I think, yeah. It's like only a D4. It's only a little one.
He's got to do DC check first.
Oh yes, of course he does. Sorry. Oh yes, wisdom check. Sorry.
You've gone for the one in silver, haven't you?
Yes, please. Wisdom 14.
Yeah, there's a 9.
Oh, okay. So it takes 1 D4 psychic damage, which is 1 damage.
Okay.
He has disadvantage on his next attack.
Yes, he does.
All right. You see, his small reptilian head looks around Randy, crouching his face down into a scowl, trying to interpret what it is that's getting right into his brain. Off here, then.
Yeah, for now. I'll sort of stand up and dust myself off as I vicious mockery. So.
Okay.
Everyone else feel really uncomfortable right now.
Okay. What was that?
Does anyone else feel really uncomfortable right now?
All right. The bushes rustle on either side, and you see a few more of these things run out. One runs right up, and it's going to take a swing at you. That is a 14.
That's going to miss on 15.
Okay. A 18
It's gonna hit.
for 2 points of damage.
Ouch.
Another one runs out. Trying to stab towards you. Small sword, 21.
That's a hit.
You take 5 points of damage. Another one runs out. It's going to miss Randy.
Thankfully.
See one up in the bushes here. He's got a sling. Fires that down towards Randy. That is a 21 to hit you.
Yes.
For 4 points of damage.
I am down.
Okay. Another slinger appears. This time towards Orvin. That's going to be a 13. That's going to miss, isn't it?
Yeah. 15.
Okay, so you're down.
Yep.
These two, working together, will start to drag Randy's body out. That does provoke an attack of opportunity if you want it.
I am gonna swing at the one. Let him go! For a 22
That's going to hit.
For 10 piercing damage.
Okay, so the two of them are there, pulling the body away. Let him go! You swing the Morningstar. Decapitate the one of them.
Ooh, nice.
On his side.
So I like to see like a golf swing.
Further down to it, it's going to go for you again.
Yeah.
It is a disadvantage though because of range. Oh, that was a natural 20 and a 19.
So it's gonna hit.
Thank God it was
So-
disadvantage.
And then you see this stone.
Take an age. I'll just smile as it's going.
Swing the Morning Star in this stone. You even pause to look up and is it
David versus Goliath.
4 points of damage.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm back on normal health.
Impressive.
Okay. Another slinger. Orvine again. It's an 18 to hit you.
It's gonna hit.
For 3 points of damage. 1,
Oh my god.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're everywhere.
5. This one will also start assisting dragging Randy out of here. Okay. Well, one appears up there, and get one round. Get another attack in. That is a 18 to hit.
Get out of here.
For 5 points of damage.
They're whacking me.
All right. So, just a horde of these things start emerging from the bushes, tiny though they are. Small daggers and what jabbing up at them. You see Randy go down, start to be dragged out. Orvin swinging his morning star wildly, blood spraying up into the air, while stones hail down onto the area. Hey, Bert.
Right.
So rare I get to use kobolds. It's just ridiculous. Kobolds attack.
I'm saying the one time
They're all
Adam's
melted with a bonus action.
Adam's not here with his wizard just to go. Moonbeam.
Kill them all.
I will. Just deciding. Oh. I am going to healing word Randy. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm not Father Hal. I keep seeing the miniature and I decide, no, I'm going in for a touch. I'm going to cure wounds. And then I'm like, no. I'm going to healing word you.
Randy appreciates anything.
I rolled a 1, so 4 points of healing. And then in my action,
Well,
I
thank you.
will wild shape into a boar, please.
How big is the ball?
He's compared to boars or compared to
What creature size is he? Is he large?
medium? Medium.
Well, I'm sorry, I've only got a large ball.
Maybe I just had a lot to eat.
In that case, she'll go to a large boar.
I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
Let's just cut the crap and say it's a gigantic boar.
Yeah.
We will have to represent you with this wolf.
Oh,
You're a ferret.
No, I don't think a ferret. Give me the big ball.
Alright, well, here's the big ball.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I knew you had a ball miniature, so I was like, yeah, I'll be a ball. So
Instead of snip snip, we got oink oink.
And then he's gonna charge. Wait, I've used my action, so I can't attack, can I?
Use your bonus action.
And then wild shape.
Oh, is it action? Oh, okay.
So now I'm just a ball. I'm not gonna run in as a ball, but I'm gonna start like
Look at the truffles.
getting. No, I'm gonna do that thing with their feet.
Masturbating.
Looking. No, as far as I'm aware, balls don't do
They've been
that.
on different websites to me. I mean, I've seen many
Like
pigs.
trotter masturbation.
Yeah, if you watch them long enough, you'll see.
He's getting ready to charge. That's
So
what
next
he's
time we
doing.
see Josh down the butcher's, we're going to be buying trotter's feet. Get some big feet.
Rubbing scratchings over his body.
Do you like pork?
Oh, Mr. Porky.
I love that. That's again.
Anyway. But done. Okay, 6 seconds into the combat. Lascivious.
It feels quick though compared to normal.
I will fire at one of the ones that's hitting rocks down at us.
Which one would you like?
Let's go for this guy over here.
Okay.
Why not? Yeah, that's probably hit us. 22 to hit him.
That does.
9 points of damage.
Okay, the arrow straight into him, and he's down. He falls down to the bushes. Get down. He wouldn't lie.
Relentless endurance came back up.
Gonna get down again. Yeah, one action. Or Vine.
I would like to bonus action rage. Give him back! I'll shout as I rage.
My my spellchecker wants to change kobolds to cuckolds.
And
Yes, there's a lot of cuckolding in my character.
I'll swing at that one there because it's the closest to him that I can reach
Okay,
without getting whacked. For a 19 to hit,
that's a hit.
or 5 damage.
5 damage.
Yeah, 5.
And
Piercing.
there's a crack as his shoulder dislocates, his body just spins. Almost like one of those karate movies where someone takes a punch to the face and they inexplicably fly into the air and spin around. He's hit with that much impact, and he's so small, he spins around in the air, crumpling to the ground.
Look what I'm doing, guys! They're going flying! And then that's me done.
I've never seen you be so proficient in combat.
I've never hit 2 hits in a row. This is incredible.
You're on like 4.
I threw together this entire encounter as to make you feel good.
Yes.
The
ACs are 1.
Randy. Baumgartner.
Randy is gonna stand up.
Okay, you can feel the small hands around your ankles as you pull them away and force right to the feet.
As he stands up, he's gonna flip his hair back. Enough of this! And then
It's a very manly voice.
it was meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. Sorry. He's just woke up from being many stabbed
And then dragged away.
manhandled away. So, folks, starting there, we're going to cast sleep.
This is a great count for sleep. Whereas the other day,
This is where I roll all ones.
Dave get casted sleep. Did you decided to do that?
What's that, sorry?
I did beyond of my Northwood session. Dave cast sleep twice and it only put party members to sleep.
Oh yeah, that was quite bad.
Yeah, just kept putting everyone to sleep.
Oh dear.
It doesn't discriminate, does it? It just goes, no.
Yeah,
Fuck
what
you
do
all.
you just assume?
As more spells should.
4 plus
Like
8.
everyone was level 1 or 2,
32.
and then the creatures had like 3 hit points, so it just like they were just like down.
So, starting from there,
Okay.
I've got 32 hit points to sleep things with.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's gonna put a few.
Just taking down the lowest first, yeah?
Yeah.
So.
Randy just wants less stuff thrown at him and thrusted to him.
Okay.
So, yeah, 32 is what I got. $20 20-foot radius. I don't know if that from there.
Also,
20
probably
foot
take
radius.
the dead ones off.
Yeah.
Because
This
dead.
stage, yeah.
And that one. I think
Yeah.
that one was a sleep.
Oh, sorry, yeah, no, it does.
Or was that the one you killed first?
I think I just hit the one you
No, I just knocked him down.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine.
Also, I actually got a lot more asleep then than what I thought.
A whole bunch of them just crumpled to the floor.
Great.
See, just very ruffled, like he's just been asleep in a pigsty, panting very heavily, not happy about how this has gone. That's me done.
Alright.
Words of wisdom here, I can tell it.
So this time I shall draw my lute and strum a single chord. And vicious mockery will once more. Oh, sorry. Bang, 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 bang. That's right. And
Who are we targeting?
probably the one closest to me.
Okay.
My apologies. You smelly, scaly bitch. My knife's starting to itch. We'll cut you from side to side. Fuck you, and fuck you again. I hope you succumb to this chide. Yeah, wisdom 14 again.
So I rolled a 14, but he has a minus.
yes!
So he's 12.
He's 12, who takes 3 psychic damage and gets disadvantage on his next turn. And then as I finish
He could be red for.
finish the verse, I'll sort of take a deep breath and use my bonus action to recall one of my Tales of the Beyond, which means I get to roll a d12. Yeah. And it's a 1. So I get Tale of the Clever Animal, but I only keep it in mind, so if I bestow it, I'll tell you what it does, but I use one of my bardic inspirations.
My go.
Cool. Yes.
Okay, up on the hill, one of the kobolds has a stick with a large, looks like a shell, tied to a length of string. He holds at the stick and rotates it, the shell swinging round, catching the end, and goes.
Oh dear.
And with his other hand, he has what looks to be a bunch of sticks with coloured ribbons on. And he waves that in the air to the side. With the sound of the remaining kobolds attempt to pull back.
We're going to swing at one of them.
Okay, do you want to swing?
Probably at the one that started grabbing his head, to be honest with you. It's only a 13 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Oh.
He did make the AC one for you.
4, 6. Piercing.
He's gone. These other ones running to the bushes.
Does the one in front of me go, or does he stay?
Yeah, he will pull back as well.
I will try swipe for a 21.
Yep.
For 3 slashing damage.
3 slashing damage.
Yeah. It's been a really hard time for me at the moment, the last 30 seconds.
Can I have a...
This one is up. He's the one just at the psychic damage.
I
Unless he
killed
died.
him.
Oh,
No, he
you
took
killed
him
him.
down.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
So
see.
he'll be
Person that would benefit
the new
from
red
this
4.
is not here.
Okay. So as they pull back, the one up on the cliff there swung around his shell on a stick. He's waving the bunch of sticks with coloured ribbons on side to side
Towards us.
towards you.
What does that mean? Well, I don't know. I'm a boar. I'm gonna run into that. I'm gonna run into the bushes.
I don't know, I'm a boar.
How far can you move?
I'm a real boar. 40 foot.
You can run fully into the bushes, yeah.
I'm gonna do some bory shit.
Did you know that...
Rehydrate.
I'm charging. Right. What happens? I'm charging.
It's nice that boars declare that they're charging before they come and charge you.
Yeah.
Don't see that with David Attenborough telling you.
There's a 15.
Yeah.
Nine.
So you straight into bushes. The rest of you can see just the boar disappear into the bushes with the kobolds, and then one kobold flies into the air. You barge straight into him, skewing on the horn, killing him outright.
Nice.
Take him off. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I think that's it. There's loads of other things, but he's dead.
Alright. So at the top of the round, in common, the kobold up on the hill shouts, "Truce! Truce!" The city, you're up.
I will bonus action Hunter's Mark him, the one that shouted truce.
Yep.
And then if any of them make an attack, I will fire an arrow.
Okay.
But I want to mark him so I can track him.
Come back to Orvin. Randy.
Shouted truce. Do the others look like they're putting their weapons away?
Well, they were running out of the combat. Those that survived.
I'm gonna...
The slaughter.
That one there, I'm just going to turn around with my scimitar and just slam on it.
Okay. Well, yeah, make an attack on him.
And okay, yeah. Do I get advantage?
Of course you do. He is both prone and asleep.
Well,
Good time for him.
16
Yes.
for 7 damage.
You bring the scimitar down, sings through the air, cuts through him cleanly and down into the earth.
And then I will put my scimitar in its sheath and fine, truce.
I assume that one's dead then.
Yes.
Which one was the one shouting truth? The one up here?
Yes.
Yeah. I will sort of shout back over to him and try and persuade him down. And of course, I'll have our party keep their weapons by their side. Come down. You clearly know this area better than we. You might be able to help us.
All right. He climbs down warily, seeing you're still killing his people after he shouted for truce, but he comes down warily. You can see he's cautiously moving down. But he's waving still those sticks with ribbons on. Right, as he comes down.
Do they look like the ribbons that were on the trail up to the shrine?
They do. Right, so he comes down, looking, moving up to where one of his comrades is asleep and kicks one. And he kicks one and
Choking on his own spit as well.
and in a more guttural tongue, he says, and the one down on the ground scrabbles to his feet, grabbing his dagger and moving behind the one with the sticks.
I can speak Draconic.
It's Draconic, yeah. You speak Draconic, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just says, get up, get back. Right.
I'm snuffling in the dirt right now, in the bush.
So, as he moves forward, he gets far enough and he plants the sticks in the ground. Not terribly effectively. 3 of them go in, another one doesn't quite impact in the soil and just falls to the side.
It seems you are beaten.
Plenty more of us. But I think that this is enough for one day.
Can I see the cotton wool in his cheeks? Yes.
Why did you attack us?
Why not? You're on the path. You have stuff.
Do you have stuff?
What does it look like?
Looks like there's more of you dead than there are of us.
Yes, but there's always more of us. Plenty more. Plenty more. Always make more. Yes.
Yes, well, we are one of a kind.
Van!
Leader. And I like to make more kobolds.
Oh,
Make many. Yes.
how are you two spelling your name?
What is spell?
I just wrote down VANN.
Can I walk
But for
up?
the benefit of the wiki, VARN.
That's what I wrote, yeah.
Close.
VARN.
Can I walk up to the one he didn't stick into the ground and just put it in the ground for him, just as a show? Trying to intimidate him as much as I can.
You pick it up and thunk it in the ground. He is. He's about this big. You know, he's tiny.
I still want to show my.
Yeah, oh no, you slam it to the ground.
Do you live in the shrine?
No, never go into the shrine. No, it's a godly thing, and God not scaled. So, we attacked you. You killed plenty of us, but it's okay. Vaughn always make more. Sometimes we let the others make more kobolds, but mostly it is Van that makes the new kobolds.
Gyrating at that point as well.
The important thing is we fight. Yes, we're brave. Yes.
He shouts up to the bushes where you can kind of hear a semi-enthusiastic bunch of kobolds. You suck!
Can I use thaumaturgy to laugh really loudly while I'm right
Booms
next to him?
up the canyon again.
Vaughn, I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Yes.
We really do have you beat him.
Yes.
We could vanquish you at your kind.
It is not the first time
Quite easily.
that we have been beaten, but we always rise again.
Do you attack the village down there?
No.
Do you know what does?
I don't know. We don't go down to there.
Have you seen other ne'er-do-wells in these woods, in these hills?
What is not do well?
People, bandits.
Ah, yes. They're people. They're we. I do not know the word. We give them things. They give us things. We leave each other alone.
Are they scaled?
No.
No.
No. That's
People like me.
Where do these people,
Yes.
and I'll say trade and draconic,
They
where
are
do you
camped?
trade?
Well, trade. We occupy the canyon. We travel down to the woods. Sometimes we trade with the big scales.
Big scales in the woods.
Yeah.
What do you trade?
Sometimes sticks, sometimes berries. Mostly we like to get things like hooks, metals. Yeah.
I'll tell everyone that the word that I'm saying in draconic means trade.
But we have lost.
He looks at his hand, which really has 2 fingers and a thumb on it.
Kobolds today. It's enough. It's enough. We give you this. We give you this day.
It's not enough.
Fine. I give you one more kobold. Sek!
One kobold sticks his head up at the bushes.
You come.
A kobold ambles his way over the dagger.
Following.
And Varn grabs him by the neck and pushes him in front.
There. You take.
I will lean down to him and say in draconic, you belong to me now.
Varn says,
No, you kill.
You said give to us.
Yeah, give his life to you, but no slaving.
That is not what you said.
Slaving is
Are you
bad.
speaking in draconic or common?
Common. I said
Okay,
the
cool.
bit to him I
Okay,
said
yeah.
in draconic, but then that's
Okay.
common.
Sek is. What's going on here? It's okay, Sek. You give your life, I make another one. Sek is.
Does not like this idea.
Okay.
Well, we will deal with sex life. We have.
What?
That's a new Netflix show, isn't it?
We will deal with his life. I mean, you said kill him. You didn't say how. I will fuck him to death. Ain't called Randy Randall for nothing. We will take his life in our own customs, and that is not now. You said give to us.
It's either that, Varn, or you'll be the extra one we take.
Yes. Well, plenty more where Sek came from.
Sek is.
And how many more where Varn came from?
No. Van makes plenty more. All the eggs fertilized.
Tell me, Varn. Who do you worship?
The black scale.
Black Scale.
Yes.
Where does the black scale live?
Far too.
And he points up towards the north to the mountains.
Didn't get the map out.
Yeah, which way are we travelling in right now?
You're heading roughly north.
Yeah.
But he doesn't point to where...
Oh, he sort of points over yonder.
Yeah. Somewhere over there.
That's Titan, so that's the wrong place. The black scale. Is it a dragon?
He's a god, yes.
Does he come often?
No. Mostly, he sits in the lake.
Varn gets a stick and he draws in the earth and he draws like some arrows indicating the mountains. And it looks like what he's drawing up in the mountains, he draws a circle with some lines coming off it going down the mountains. And he jabs towards the circle.
There's God.
So he drew the mountain.
Yeah.
Probably the big lake in the middle.
The big one.
Probably.
I was thinking this one.
I was thinking that one too.
Yeah.
Oh. Is there a closer lake?
Slightly smaller. Is he pointing in that general direction?
You're further over.
Are we further over here?
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I did provide a big map last
Yes,
time,
you did.
didn't I?
Yeah.
What do I do with it?
Yeah, I put it in a cupboard.
Did you?
I picked it up, left it here.
My other big map's in the Book of Percival, which I took out. It was just because he's.
Because we burned it along with your body
Yeah.
and your miniature.
Well, they probably stole the book as well, to be honest.
Who wants this shitty book?
Bury him with it.
Here we go. That's the one.
So we are.
So you've travelled over and you're in this area at the moment and he's pointing up there.
Oh, we can't even see.
Okay. He sits in the middle of the lake.
If it's off that map and we can't see it, it's not that lake then.
Nope. Yeah.
You're past the point of the large, the inland sea point. So when he's pointing north, he's not pointing at that inland sea that the murder squad travelled at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a different lake.
Okay.
Do you hold treasures for him? Gods need worship, do they not? They.
Anything that we get that is shiny, we give to the gods.
Like crouch and pull out a gold piece out of my bag. Sec. And I'll sort of roll it between the fingers.
Yes.
Help me. And you might keep your life this day.
Well, Sec would like that. Yes.
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 You will.
Oh.
This will be yours.
What is it?
It is gold, shiny for the black scale.
Okay.
Could you show us the way to the shrine, a safe way?
Sec can do that, yes. Wouldn't be taking it close to these people like you, so I'm not sure how safe it will be. Only because the masterful
Gestures towards Varn.
that we have truce.
Sure.
You say take close to people. Sorry, you say we have to go close to people to get to the shrine.
The people at the shrine.
Varn slaps Sec on the back of the head.
Can I?
Yeah, speak up so they can hear you properly.
As the slap came in, can I try and catch the hand?
I don't think so.
When you say people, you mean the other people, the people you trade with, and I'll sort of repeat what I thought you said in Draconic, but it's probably like a really sloppy version of
Yeah, Vaughn says, yes, that's what he means. People up there.
those people.
Yes.
Do you know if those people attacked the village?
They attacked us and they killed many.
What do they look like?
And you all look alike.
No, you all look alike.
What is this?
Did they bite?
How would I describe it? They are pink.
How many of them are there?
Don't think his numeracy skills.
6.
Numeracy skills could be entirely trustworthy.
Could be 3, could be 4. Play insight that if it was 6 or not.
Yeah.
24.
You get the impression he doesn't know how to count.
I just want to be sure. Okay. Well, we will take sec.
Yeah. You do what you want with him. You kill him if you want to.
He is ours for now.
He will die soon enough. But we have truce now. We'll not interfere with you anymore.
If we see you again, Vaughn, we might have to kill you. Don't ruin
That
this.
is not truce.
Don't ruin this truce.
Well, we won't attack you again. As long as we recognize you.
It's quite a vague get out clause, isn't it? Sorry,
It was
facing away.
dark.
Yeah.
You all look alike.
Yeah.
You could be any bunch of humans.
You have step.
Okay, Vaughn. Okay.
Truce!
Spits on his hand. It's a thick, viscous saliva gob that's on his hand.
Yeah. Spit into my hand and sort of.
Yeah. Right, and he holds his stick up in the air and swings it round. The conch on the end of it goes, and he starts to move back, and you see the trees and bushes wobble as a bunch of other kobolds disappear with him.
Sex days.
Sex days.
S-E-K.
You made it with J.
S-E-K, yeah. What did you say?
I think because it's been a mistake. Name it in sex.
I'm not sure if I think it's an opportunity.
Yeah.
It's a happy accident.
Yeah.
Is everyone okay? Does anyone need in need of medical aid?
I am worse for worse.
I'm not good.
Shut up, Zach.
The more things change, the more they say the same.
His wisdom's actually 20.
Well, Sek sticks himself down. He had a dagger which he pushes into his belt. He doesn't have a scabbard or anything for it, just loosely in his belt. And his belt is just a strip of leather around his waist.
Watching him do that, can I hold out my hand? I'll take the dagger, please, Zach.
And I'm yours.
He hands you the dagger.
Yeah. Cool. And I will sort of like put it in the top of my boot or somewhere where I've got a loose.
You can have this. Hold this for me. I'll hand him a candle.
What's this?
Did I say you could ask a question?
Oh, sorry.
I said you could hold it.
We're so awful people. I feel so bad for Zach.
I'm gonna sneak him a nut from a ration while everyone's looking. Just
What's this?
Peanut allergy.
It's good.
Right, so you can take us to the shrine.
I'm not gonna stop him.
Bites down the candle. Holds the candle back up, it's bent on the one side of his teeth marks in it. Got a big gob of wax stuck in his teeth.
While he's doing that, I'll try and sort of just do a short, like, sort of slip knot, like around his, like a hangman's knot.
Okay.
Just around his,
Like
A noose.
Like
a noose around his
I
neck.
wanted to avoid the word noose, to be totally honest with you, Jamie. But it's not tight. It's loose enough.
Okay.
Like a
Like a dog lead.
Essentially.
like Sam did to Gollum.
Yeah.
Essentially. Okay, Sec. It's time for you to lead the way.
And pointing his bent candle up towards the hills.
This way.
And moves off, immediately scuttling forward at a relatively fast pace. You're quite surprised, and the rope immediately goes taut, and a noose starts to tight on his neck.
Just stolen a goal.
He pauses.
Instead, he was given. Slow down, Sec. I'll give him about sort of 10-15 feet.
Okay.
Ahead.
So,
Just what do you plan to do with this creature?
Sec pauses and looks around.
We just need him to. God, it's the safest way up, I suppose. I don't want to get too lost, and funnily enough, I think he's too stupid to double cross us.
I mean, defending ourselves is one thing, but I don't agree with this treatment.
We'll set him free.
If Sek shows us the correct and safe way, then he will also remain safe and be released as to where he wants to go.
Well, Sec could do his best. Yes?
Wonderful, Sec.
Yeah.
Best foot forward.
I agree with you, but fear is a wonderful motivator, and if he can keep us safe for a little while, then we will send him on his way with thanks and also some food. He seems to enjoy the candle.
Sec leads you on further up the canyon. It continues at quite a steep elevation. The mountainous terrain rises up sharply on either side, leaving, even though it's towards the afternoon at this point, by the way, you've travelled for quite a while. And as you get a bit further on, you do start to find some of the sticks with ribbons on. It seemed that Varna had taken them from that area but hadn't come too far up here. You round a bend and see there are a cluster of tents on the path ahead of you. And where the cluster is, it's just on the base of a cliff, and you can clearly see what you presume to be this worked opening of presumably the shrine on the cliff above you. So the shrine is up here. You guys are entering from that end of the canyon there.
Okay.
And you just thin out the kobold herd.
I don't like the look of any of those plants.
Oh no.
To keep it different, Sec will be represented by this purple chappy here.
Yes. And we're down this end.
You're down on that end.
Sick.
There's quite a few kobolds.
Is that?
That's a rug,
Yeah.
It's an older rug. I forgot to bring the dragon room. The teaching ones.
Sorry, that was a good question. I had a very distinctive cup sound.
May you slide on over? Oh,
and the.
At the back, front.
Free and awful.
How long's it been?
Since?
I had a fight.
It's probably another 30 minutes.
I'm still up there.
Have you found any truffles though? This is the question.
Have I found any truffles?
You can try.
She's a ball, she's always trying.
That's the thing I'm doing. I have very fast movement and good nose for truffles. That's why I chose it for the combat, obviously. Apparently it's not one of the most effective animals for fighting. I have a +5 to find truffles.
I have 4 HP left.
Oh, that's not good.
I have
Do you
half.
have any?
I took a hell of a beating. Well, not
back to
beating.
that story, are we?
Yeah, it's not really a beating for them. It's just more of a
And then your wife walked in.
Yeah, but they did a lot of flicking.
Right, so these tents are nestled quite close together at the base of this canyon. Their fabric on them brown and weather stained. Yeah. So nobody appears to be around them at first glance. But Sek, who's ahead, pauses and comes back on it, crawling his way back along the rope.
What is it, Sek?
This is where the people are.
The people you trade with.
Well, I don't trade, but I'm just Sek, but Van, he does all of this stuff again.
And okay.
Can I hear any noise?
Make a perception check.
I think this might be as far as you need to take a Sek, to be totally honest.
No, well, okay. It was nice to know you, and I'll be going then.
17.
You can just about hear the murmur of some voices just catching on the canyon walls and bouncing off.
I'll take the rope from around his neck and hand him the coin. I should probably take that then.
I'll give him another candle.
I'm still not clear what to do with these.
Can I get my tinderbox out and light it?
His eyes go wide. You see his tongue come out and lick the front of his snout. His scaly, small, lizard-like snout as he looks on with wonder at the light on this candle.
Oh, it's a candle.
Yes.
I've heard of them. I've never seen one.
Now you have one.
Can I have my dagger?
I take it out of my boot. That's sort of all the judging eyes upon me, and reluctantly hand it back to him, handle first.
Sek is very skilled with the dagger. I don't know why Van doesn't value me more.
Sek,
Yes.
make it very apparent to Van we don't want to see him again.
How?
When you tell him, you'll find him.
No. If I go and tell Van something that isn't other than Van, you are powerful, and Van, you are great, then Van beats Sek.
But it's not Sek saying that. It's us.
Oh, well,
You are.
there's a common expression. It's beat the messenger.
Don't threaten me with a good time. I'll go and sell it myself. Okay, Sek.
What's the safest way down back to the town at the bottom with all the big buildings?
Mm-hmm.
What's the safest way back from here?
Down.
Straight? Not just...
No, I wouldn't climb over the mountain. Not me.
He has no fucking clue.
Nope.
I don't go down to where all the people are. Yeah? Sek. Kobolds are small. And you people, not you, obviously, but no, most of you are really big.
What race are you?
Just human variant. I'm happily average.
4'10".
But you'll take another 6 inches.
Oh, go away.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I think it's time you went. We need to move forward. So, before you go though,
Yes?
these plants ahead of us,
Yes?
they don't move on their own, do they?
What do you mean?
I've heard of, part sentient.
I want to see how good your dagger is. Can you go cut that bush with your dagger? Show me how good it is. Maybe
I'm
I'll trade.
afraid of the meta pigeons in the tree.
The what? Oh.
Fucking no. No, you can't. No.
Drop kick him in.
Okay. Okay. Oh man. Okay.
I'm
Cool.
gonna tell Seth to stay safe.
Groups that.
Yeah.
Stay?
No, safe.
Safe.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Yeah. So if I stay, I'll be safe. And Van
Sure.
won't get me.
Yes.
Right, so he goes over to the side, to the cliff face, and he waits there.
If he goes back to Varn, he'll kill him.
Well, if that's their way, then that's their way. But we should aimlessly murder them just for the sake of it.
It wasn't aimlessly. They all stabbed me.
Yes, that's what I said. Defending ourselves is one thing, but murder is another.
We don't have to kill him. He can just stay.
Just let him be free. Let him. If he wishes to go back to his people, he goes back to his people. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Sex stay.
You're welcome to stay with us, Sek, if you wish.
No. Stay here.
Okay.
Just let him be whatever he wants to be.
We'll give him one more nut.
If he chooses to go back to his people, then that's his choice.
What's it called?
Nut.
Nut.
I'm going to throw him a ration pack before we go.
Into the earth.
Okay. Well.
He looks down at the very thin belt, wondering what to do with a ration pack. He just starts opening it.
Eat it. Randy would be quite high. Quite high quality foods.
If these are the bandits, I don't suppose they know who we are. Granted, they may be aggressive. But what if... What if we just strolled right in and spoke to him? I'm learning Zen from our dear friend here.
I don't see how a bit of diplomacy could hurt.
But I do think... Follow my lead.
If there are people in that camp, they know we're here.
Oh, yeah, quite possibly, but... Anyway, I shall draw my lute and... I'll start sort of strumming I don't know, like some sort of... whatever might be a well-known song back in Misthass. And sort of, vocal riffage.
Make a perception check.
It's probably tales of like killing stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, are we here or here? Is this the path?
We know about the murder.
Yeah. That's it.
I was half.
This should be happening.
I was half expecting to be through the fire and the flames as you walk up there.
Oh, it's because it's not full screen. That's what's happened. Sorry. Here we go. There we go. That's corrected now. Yeah.
Okay, well, I will attempt to walk straight into the camp, just pretending to be our bardly self, trying to put on the best sort of improvised performance.
Perception check then.
Perception. 5.
Okay. So you move along, strumming your lute as you move ahead of the party.
Yep.
Okay. Follow him, or just...
Yeah,
We'll follow.
Follow as if I was bodyguards, just protecting the bar.
I will be staying close to
10.
Piggy Bert.
5, 10.
You get about 15 feet away from that first tent.
Yep.
And there's a boom. You feel the impact as a bolt sinks fully into the front of your lute.
How dare you!
Hold it right there!
You fiend!
Next one's in your face. Hold it.
I'll stand my ground. I could have you hanged for this. I Count Ophir von Reginald Edward Alfredo Verdenschmidt.
Was that a question or is that a statement?
Full stop.
Go over crossbow. You see he's up. Let me go and get the archer.
Bandits.
I don't worry now, because I feel like sometimes when I put a miniature out, it feels like permission to kill.
He's got a weapon! What? That's American cop.
Is that a stick or a gun? I don't know, let's be safe. Shoot him anyway.
Pull out. So then when they pull out thingy, it's got all the different colours and safe, not safe, not safe, not safe. Oh, he's a bear.
Okay.
You shot your loot.
He didn't pierce a string, did he?
I don't know.
No,
Just the body of it. The bolt is still sticking out of it.
He gave you a pick.
Right. You hear his voice as he shouts out, Exard!
I apologise for my rash tone. I am just a travelling bard here with the rest of my troop.
Another man rounds a corner by the first tent. You can see he's got chain on under what's to be a leather jerkin. Human, bearded with dark hair, heavy creases in his the skin on his face, around his eyes. His eyes are dark, it's red underneath his eyes as well. I saw you lot at the town. I think you should hand over all your stuff.
Well, you see, our stuff is back at the town. However, it's just happenstance that we were there. We are not of the town.
There are 24 arrows pointing at you right now.
Can I inside check?
Yeah. I'm not sure you're not sure you believe it. He's putting up a good. There's this whole bravado here. There are plenty of us, and I won't hesitate to kill you.
We, sir, were on our way to the old shrine of the lie up here. We just got pushed up this way by the kobolds down the hill there.
Sure. Yeah, you're from the town. Yeah, up here.
Oh no, sir, no.
To take lives.
I assure you. Do we look like enough to threaten you and your number, sir?
No.
I mean, well, precisely. We wouldn't be so stupid, I assure you.
As this goes on, can I scan the ridge for any more crossbowmen? What's suffering?
You look around, you don't see a single other person, just the two of them.
Clearly chatting shit with me.
No, I don't want to kill you. But what you've got, that's valuable in what we're doing. I want your weapons. I want your food. I've got people here who need that.
Oh, you wouldn't take a bard's loot now, would you?
No, I want the useful shit.
And what exactly is it that you're doing?
Staying alive.
Stay alive from what? Why don't you just stay in the town?
So all anyone wants to do, isn't it? Stay alive. We do.
But why
People
are
in
you
the
up
town do.
Here with tents rather than in the town with everyone else.
You've been there, you know.
What colour's the
We
flies?
heard you coming miles off.
Well, look, I told you so. We're not. We are not combatants.
My scouts saw what happened down there. You did well against those pathetic little animals.
Well, yeah, of course they're pathetic. I mean,
We heard your voices booming up the canyon, your laughter.
magic tricks. I assure you, it's all part of the act.
I've seen what magic can do. It can hurt. My people here, they want to live. And right now I think you're a threat to that.
Just what do you know about the town? We heard that when we arrived, it was on fire. We rendered aid. And we learned that, children were being taken? Young people were being taken?
Oh, well, yes.
What do you know about that?
Colour's intrigued.
I'll take a persuasion check, because you tried to do a bit of talking now, so one of you can make it with advantage.
You're the spokesperson.
Yeah.
So I'm just bolstering your conversation.
With advantage, it's a dirty 20.
The town is ours. Belongs to us.
Did you originally come from there, or?
Yeah.
Why the split?
Why the split?
We had, for our safety, we won't tell you exactly where we came from, but we can tell we not belong from that town, and we are new to this area.
Well,
so educate us.
He looks you up and down, trying to get a size of you.
That's a big fucking pig.
Could feed a lot of people with that.
Just turn back.
That town was ours until Iked turned up.
Iked?
Oh yeah.
Jeff we saw him first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly everybody changed their attitudes. Everybody thought he was fantastic.
It's their first headsman.
Then people started going missing, didn't they? Started rounding up the kids, putting them in that orphanage. No one sees them again.
So you're saying I get responsible for the divide between you and the townspeople, and
We've got kids down there. We've had to be separated from them.
You said. Speaking of which, you wouldn't know of any or allow, would you?
Yeah. Lau is a kid of one of ours. Been down trying to. Samas has been down trying to get to him, but he can never get close enough to the building to extract him.
Samas is the father.
Yeah.
It's you that. Have you been going in during the attacks, or you were the one
We're trying
attacking?
to get the kids out, and get old women out, or people out. Anything to get free from his influence.
And do you burn the buildings whilst you do it?
There's more like him in those buildings.
So you burn them?
Yeah. We can't. It's our own people in there.
Why do you mutilate the bodies, though?
What do you mean?
Bodies were found with mutilation, were they not?
Huge gouges and.
That is not us. Sure, we've killed people. There's some that are completely under his control, but look around you. We're not animals. We've got swords, knives,
how
arrows.
does he control
I
people?
insight that we're not animals. That you just said.
Yeah, I would like to also insight.
I'm not a pluses, to be honest.
I
Probably
think I've
zero.
used up this one dice is useful.
Like a big offence.
15 was my insight.
14.
Yeah, he seems taken aback by it. And,
Really?
Yeah. What did you say, John? Sorry.
How does he control people?
They go into the town hall, the Great Hall. They come out, they're different. We assumed.
Is it some sort of
We
magical influence?
I don't know. But we assumed he'd done the same to you.
He was rather insistent that we left, if I'm not mistaken.
I am somewhat concerned about the rest of the caravan.
Yes, we do have a number of less experienced travellers with us.
Then you should give up on them and move on.
We could get... Hear me out.
That was the
We've been trying for months to get our people out.
We could get some of your people out.
Have you
We
tried
have-
a more diplomatic approach?
The first few weeks when it was happening, diplomacy, talking, well, there were more of us then. Again, someone goes and tries to speak to him. Next thing you know, they've completely changed their mind.
Well, we have the capability, they will open the gates and let us walk freely in. We could get some of your people out if that is the case.
If you want to make a difference, you go down there and you kill Ikehead. Save everybody.
Have the capability for a meeting with him on our return. And we could get close enough to do so if that is... But obviously, if you slaughter us here and now, as you say you can... Then
You're talking about having a meeting with someone who will change your mind with a click of his fingers. He'll take control of you. You won't be yourself anymore.
He hasn't taken control of us yet.
Does he look visibly distraught, as in like he's really upset about this whole situation?
This is, for want of a better term, it's a civil war between these people.
Could we not maybe talk about this around the fire a bit more, in a bit more civilized thing, maybe with a...
I don't fucking trust you. And I have no reason to.
And we have no way to prove it to you if you're not willing to let us.
If you've got something to prove to me, you can do it here. But I'm not... You could be just in with Ikehead. What? I'll let you in.
How would you like me to prove it to you?
Can you?
Can I? I would like to show you that we mean no harm to gesture around to everyone. We mean no harm to you and the innocent lives you say you have here.
Persuasion check.
Fuck. 6. Benched.
Disarm yourselves. Leave your weapons here. We'll talk by the fire.
Without crossbows pointed at us?
Promise nothing. I don't trust you yet. But I give you my word, we won't fire on you and let you take any hostile action.
I'll hold my hand out to offer us a shake.
He moves his hand towards you and then pauses. I hear any magic words, any spells being cast. I get even a hint that one of us is being put under any influence, or you produce a hidden weapon. My men have the orders to fire on you. Are we agreed?
I'll look around it.
I'm going to turn out of the fig.
Yeah, that's probably safe to do something now.
Not mid campfire.
Yeah, I feel like that.
How did you get TPK'd? Harriet wild shape back to the human.
I'm going to transform back and put my hands up and say, I want to help.
That's exactly the kind of shit I'm talking about.
That's Bert. I'm sure you will understand the level of intelligence some people may have and how
He's spoken to those kobolds.
Simple their lives. Bert is of the same mindset. I'm sure you can understand that their heart is in the right place.
Bert has the same intelligence as a kobold.
Just slightly more.
I'm sorry.
Do you see?
Yes, I see.
So I'm sure you could forgive, but they like to be animals. It's nothing.
Alright, fine. Disarm yourself, weapons here.
I would like to stay with the weapons to make sure no one takes them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give.
What's your character's name? Sorry.
Lycidius.
Lycidius. I mean them no harm. I don't see why we should have any harm. Do you agree? I think we need to get to the bottom of what's what and who's who here. They may be in a civil war, but
I'm
why?
not keen on surrounding my weapons.
I'll look after him.
Can he not sheath? He has a bow. It can quite comfortably sit on his back safely.
I've stated my terms.
I'll lean the quarterstaff down and start moving towards
This
the
is quite
campfire.
possibly the way we're going to get the truth of the situation. I don't like it either, though I don't rely on traditional weapons.
Fine. I'll surrender my bow.
Yeah, I'll give my dagger over to.
This is not a weapon.
What is your
Orvine.
Orvine or Orvine?
Or depends on your accent.
So you reluctantly surrender your bow.
I'll give you my scimitar and my bow, and get Sec.
I'm just like this.
Get Sec to polish this.
Sec,
Clean it good.
Yes.
come here a second.
Okay.
Come help.
Help you what?
Clean.
Clean. What clean?
I'll just gesture with. I'll give him rip a little bit of my cloth off my crotch.
Turn back to the man
Yeah, back
in
to
the
him.
chain. Your name?
Exard.
With an E or an X?
EXARD.
Well, we have submitted to your terms. May we enter your camp?
Follow me. He turns and leads you past a cluster of tents. You can see there are a whole bunch of here. In the camp area, maybe 30 people. As your group moves in, the central fire, a bunch of people move away to the tents or to the outskirts. You can see there, as you move in, there are a number of bowmen and crossbowmen positioned high up. They don't have arrows pulled back on strings, but they look like they're ready.
The people that we passed, do they look just like regular innocent, everyday sort of people?
They look like, to you, hardened people. Maybe a little bit thin, but...
Are there any women or children present?
No.
Not at all.
Or male? Are there the darkening and the reddening of the eyes similar on anyone else?
Perception check.
Oh yeah, I benched that one. Let's go for Bluey. Oh, Bluey did well.
Is he leading us
19.
out to the campfire, is he?
Yeah. Yep.
19.
You spot a couple of other people as well whose eyes look sunken and red.
How far away from us is he? Is he leading us?
He's just a few feet ahead of you.
A few feet.
He sort of walks almost side on, so he's walking, but he's not putting his back to you as such, you know. He moves around the fire to the other side of it, sits down on a log.
Sit opposite.
Is there anyone behind us? Can I sit somewhere where there's no one standing right behind me?
No.
I'll tell Sec to sit on the log, and then I'll sit next to him as well.
Right. Sec was there cleaning the weapons.
Oh, was it? Oh, sorry.
Speaking of which, he's taken a bit of cloth and it's on one of the swords.
Yeah.
He's immediately cuts his hand on a sword.
Just give me the cloths.
Okay.
Oh, so are you two together?
Yeah, staying back.
They stayed back there with...
Show me how to do it.
I'll just show him how to rub the side of the blade that's not sharp.
And that makes it clean.
That's what we do. We try.
I'm not sure I get it. Show me again.
I'll do it again.
It's very good how you do that.
Magic.
Makes it clean. How many have you got to do?
Just look pretty sick.
No.
Alright, so as you sat around the fire, about to speak to Exard, I'm going to go make a cup of tea.
Got a bad feeling about this kid.
This is a bit which I'll watch back on the video later where you discuss what you think is going on.
I reckon this is Dad's bit where he's hoping I was going to kill an innocent person.
This is the triple bluff.
They're actually the bad guys. Go back to the town. Kill
I've seen a couple now that have that reddening under the eyes, and
yeah, but that could just be like tears for them missing their children.
they're all men, but there's been women and stuff dragged away and all sorts.
There's probably something dodgy on all these people. They're doing something dodgy, but
I think
could be
is
cultists.
the thing is, is it really our business?
I just want to see the shrine, man.
No, but we're here to collect
Also, the ones
novel
with
information.
the red sunken eyes, they could actually be under the influence of Ikev. Like, so whenever Ikev snapped his fingers, something happens, and it's just very convenient that Ikev is like, oh no, here they come.
But Exard's got it.
Yeah. They might not be aware that they're
there
under the
like a
influence.
little wolf mini in the cupboard, by the way.
Is it familiar?
Yeah, we need long striker out here.
Yeah. Long shadow.
Long shadow, sorry.
Yes.
have his name.
I remember that I've got the meals about it. So I feel that we forget.
I just mean that Ikev could be
As
using
soon
these
as you hit
people
level
as
3,
like
you'll never forget.
Level 3 he gets using
like,
combat.
oh look, the bandits are coming.
But he's only a
Listen to
medium
me,
creature. That's the
buy
thing. I
me
don't think
jobs.
there's like a medium-sized one.
But I don't know for sure.
You could propose that to Exard and see how he feels about it. Not that maybe
he's going to take.
don't say
That'll
that
work.
he's the puppet, but just say maybe
That'll
bandits
work.
are being used as puppets or something.
To be honest,
I get that you don't think that it's our position, but we're here to collect information for a novel. You need both sides of the information to put into the novel.
Oh, well, basically,
We don't have to stay
It's a
here
good
long.
story.
Just enough to get some information and then be on our way.
also when we were in the town, that woman that gave me the cakes did not
Benny.
want to talk about the kid's dad at all. It was like, yeah, he burned in a fire, and he just said his dad's actually here.
Also, these are the people, these are the bandits that are burning the town.
His dad's
He's openly admitted that. And Exard said he saw us in the town. The only way he would have done that is during the burning.
Did you note down what his dad's name was? Lau's dad's name? Who was going back for him?
Just now.
Yeah.
No, I missed it.
No, I missed it. Began with a Z anyway.
Yeah, so I think because we asked,
We'll say Zeb.
do you know these names? Because you said the two names, and you said someone and Lau.
Lau and
he went,
Venny.
yeah, Lau and Venny, and he went, yeah, Lau's dad's here. So Lau's dad's in this camp.
Because I think Venny's the mum, isn't she? I think.
Yeah, and Lau has said, I've seen my dad, I've seen my dad, I've seen my dad, and the mum's like, you can't, he died in the fire,
Don't
he
be
died in the
stupid,
fire, he
yeah.
died in the fire. But if he's here, and he's actually here,
Right.
then these are obviously not the bad guys.
But it sounds like
I say we propose to get a couple of his people and him to come over on like a meeting in the town.
See if they can talk it out.
Yeah, if they can talk it out, they talk it out. If they can't, they can't. It's not really our business.
yeah. I kind of agree with that actually.
Also,
I think I also agree with that. And then not only that, we have some nice juicy stuff for the novel and we can move on.
get going back into it. Remember the wounds we saw on all the bodies in there?
Yeah.
And this guy here, Red Eye Man, has said that there's loads of them in there. So maybe the creatures that are doing the damage, werewolves, whatever they are, in the town, they've took over that town, they've convinced them they're the good people. And these are the ones that are vampire hunters with red eyes, werewolves.
The long short of it is we don't trust anything that comes out your mouth.
Yeah, well, that's how I condition people. That's why Harriet's the way she is right now.
I trust Sek. Has he tried to clean his own dagger?
No, he's watched you intently as with fascination as you move the cloth along in his head.
Exard,
Yeah.
I have a slight theory. Maybe, what was his name? The leader of the other town? Ike?
I did.
I can, yes.
Maybe he is using the burnings as a way to force power over the people in the town, maybe? And we would like to facilitate a meeting if we can.
Yes.
And as a show of good faith, we could get Lau out to bring him back to his father. As a show of good faith to you that we could do this. I mean, the boy wants to see his father. We've spoken to him in the town and he seems excited
We'll
to
be
see his
perfectly
father.
clear. As far as we know, from what they've told us, they have no idea where you're camped. And we have no intention of telling them.
But maybe we could get him outside of the walls of the town to come and meet with you to talk about having your people reinstated to you and him leaving you alone, and terms could be discussed there. We could help facilitate that as independent mediators that are on neither side, and like I say, we could get Lau back to his father as a show of good faith that we could earn your trust.
We are simply travellers. As you say you saw us in the town, you may have seen us arrive at the town. We arrived at a town that was on fire, and like kind-hearted travellers, we rendered aid. We knew not of the struggles of people going missing and whatnot.
The children wanting to go back.
We
to
saw
their families.
fires and people screaming, and we helped.
Wouldn't you?
That is literally all we did. only then we learned of these potentially horrible things.
And as a man that seems to prioritise other people's families, wouldn't you want to help someone that's burning, possibly burning alive in a building?
So our proposition is...
Look at it from my point of view. Strangers come into my town. They take the place over. Awful things happen. Awful things. You're more strangers. You're walking up to our camp fully armed. As far as I'm concerned, you could be fully in bed with our kid.
And that's why
You are right to be suspicious, of course,
yes,
but...
And that's why I propose that we bring Loud.
Mediation is a waste of time. We want Loud, but
have
we
you
want
tried
all the
mediation?
kids.
Have you tried mediation?
Yes.
But you haven't tried it with us. We are very persuasive towards him.
It's not about being persuasive. I could get to one of you alone. That's it.
He won't get us alone.
You don't know. You don't know. You're walking into a dragon's lair saying, oh, well, we'll just slap it. But you've never faced the dragon before. You don't know what you're going up against. And if you're just travellers, like you say, you should run.
At the very least, then he would be exposed in front of his own people.
I would happily see every one of those people in the town dead than live under his rule.
I was going to inside, but I don't think I need to inside check that.
What's his name again?
This is Exard.
How do you spell that?
EXARD.
Maybe there is something that he wants that, in the terms of this mediation, we might be able to help facilitate to get for him so that he might move on and you return to your town.
Here's my problem. If you go in there and try and talk to him, yeah, you say you're not going to tell him where we are. And then, of course, he turns one of you.
I can assure you he will not get any of us alone.
Yeah, so with that information in hand, none of us will travel alone. If we have to go somewhere, we go as a pair at the very least.
Or all together as a group.
Yes.
But if one of you does fall to him, then the first thing you're going to do is tell him exactly where we are. Then night comes. This whole thing's over. When we attack the town, yeah, we try and get food, we try and rescue our people, but we stay completely clear of the hall. We stay clear of him.
We believe that it could work, and we are confident that we would not be turned.
The chances are, these people you said were with you, your caravan, they're all his now.
And if that is the case, could you tell us any signs to know that they are his?
No.
Then we shall deal with that as we see fit in our own rules within our caravan, but
We've only begun a day. Surely he doesn't work that quickly. On that many people.
We don't know how many people are in your caravan.
A fair number. A dozen or
Then
more.
maybe not. But I guarantee you some of them are already turned. It'd have worked as quickly as he could.
he didn't want anything to do with that party as far as we were concerned. He was quite happy for us to, if you excuse my language, just fuck off.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe from your with learning your perspective, maybe he saw us as a threat to his ruling. I did do quite a thorough examination of that body, and if you're saying that you don't mutilate those bodies, then maybe he is, and pinning that on you to the public. As a medical man myself, that is something that I am concluding from my very thorough investigation on the body.
I don't know why you didn't just turn you and wanted rid of you.
I don't think he had much choice. We kind of ran in the chaos of the fire, and we kind of ingratiate ourselves after that. We
have never been alone with him. None of us want to. Certainly not after what you've said. I can tell you, I won't be going in to see him or anyone under a group of 5.
Well, I don't speak for us all. My proposition is we have to return there anyway. We have the rest of our caravan. We have to go back.
I understand that.
You and perhaps a couple of your most trusted join us. How the town reacts will dictate how we proceed, but we have to go in for our people anyway.
Bring Lao's father.
And we can return Lao to you. If they were to attack you, we would defend you. Because they would also be attacking us.
Perhaps we could find a spot away from the town where we could carry out the mediation.
I won't sacrifice the lives of any of my people.
Just you, us, and Ikev then. If Ikev agrees.
There will be no talks. If I get the chance, I'm killing Ikev.
And that is something between you and he. We are travellers.
But I won't put myself or any of my people in the position of being turned into his horde.
Then would you not want us, if you want that chance to kill him, would you not want us to set up a one-on-one mediation with you and him to give you that chance?
You are not hearing me. There will be no mediation. There will be no mediation.
And we have said...
There will be no mediation.
We have said that whatever you two do is up to you. If you two wish to fight...
No.
So you don't
Listen
wish to
to
fight.
me. No.
You said you'd given the chance you'd want to kill him.
I am not doing under your terms. I do not trust you.
Okay. I apologise.
Why are your eyes so red?
We have little food. We're starving. Some of us are sick.
With what?
We have a little supply of medicine. As soon as I came into the town, well, not a week passed and our priest died. The town has no priest. We were able to get no priests on our way up here.
I'm a man of religion myself. I might be able to offer some aid. Would you... I'm going to reach in and pull out a ration pack and offer it over to him. I'll do it slowly, sort of like I'll just lift up the jacket.
Persuasion.
Get the ration pack.
I have ration pack too.
Ooh, we got a nat 20 with a +3 for 23.
I have a couple, so I'll get out as well. Here.
Gladly, gratefully accept your food.
What kind of sick?
I'm not a medical person myself, but I know when you don't eat enough, you're more susceptible. We've had a couple of people with fever.
May we examine the patient? It's hard to give a cure.
One of you. I'll take one of you to see one of our sick people.
I'm sure you'll understand that we don't really want to go anywhere alone. You've already taken our weapons. Why not bring the sick person to us so that we may have a visual inspection? We don't have to touch, just a visual inspection.
Wait here. He gets up from the log and walks away from the camp.
As he gets up and walks away, I don't know whether it's got a... Oh no, you can use... Within 30 feet of you, be the target. I don't know whether it's got a verbal thing. It's Tales of Beyond stuff.
Oh.
It's a special ability.
Yeah, I won't say that because
But I've already sort of stored my tale of the clever animal. I just wanted to imbue you with it while Exard was
Not,
you know.
What does it do?
For the next 10 minutes, whenever a target makes an intelligence, a wisdom, or charisma check, that target can roll an extra die immediately after rolling the d20 and add the extra die's number to the check. It's essentially the same as
D6.
Yeah, it's a d6.
Well, thank you.
But I don't know if it's if doing that will be visually apparent to those watching us. That's all. So.
How do you do it fluff wise for you?
Pat on the back.
One of your previous works read out loud, or
well, no. So whilst holding my own spiritual focus, which for me is my musical instrument, you can use a bonus action to expend one of your bardic inspiration and roll on the spirit tables to select a random tale. I get to sort of store it up, and then I get to.
So it's not a spell then.
Expend it. It's not a. What the actual doing the tales of beyond selecting a tale is a spell, I think, but
it's not a spell, and it doesn't say anything about verbal or semantic or anything.
No.
So I guess I could just sort of
look into his eyes.
For what he's got of fear, recite me a poem, would you?
Oh yes, I should tell you the tale of a clever animal.
Go on then.
I'm waiting.
There was once a clever animal. He was more clever than a flannel.
It's not your best work.
Oh look! Here comes Exard.
Exard's coming back to the.
Goodness.
A couple of his guys carrying another individual. They put him down close to the fire. You can see this guy's got one arm. One side, the other arm is bandaged up at just above the elbow. He has some severe scarring going down from his cheek down his neck, but that looks like it's healed up. But he looks skeletal thin, like just his skin is tissue paper wrapped around a skeleton.
Does the scarring look anything like the wounds that we examined on the body in the tower?
Could be.
May I approach Exard? Just
You may.
stand up and get a closer look at the wound scarring, as well as we're checking the usual places. Does he have any reddening under the eyes? I know he's not.
Yeah, he does. I mean, his skin looks mottled and dry, and
trying to give him a quick once over. In my medical opinion,
that could kill him.
Does he just look like malnourishment, or does it look like anything?
Oh, well, we need to do a medical type check.
We do. We're going to just add it on for medicine. 25.
Certainly malnourishment is a factor here, but it looks like it's been attacked by an animal. Sure enough, that's healed up, but you would guess that the healing has not been complete. As you've seen in the past, when somebody has received a wound, it's not been properly cleaned, and something lingers within their body that eats them away from the inside.
There's an infection set in.
Get the septicemia.
But it's without outside of my skill set. Ironically, the person that probably could is.
Who I?
Is presumably back with the weapons, talking to Sek.
Yeah.
I believe he has an infection set in, Exard. This is malnourishment, you were right, you were definitely correct, but there's something more there. He has an infection set from an old wound. Animal wound is this? Gesturing towards the scarring.
I don't know.
Getting a closer
what
look
got him.
in the examination, does it look like that stuff in the town?
Yeah, you think it does, but it's a ragged injury, but it's scarred up like it's healed. It could be something like a wolf. It could be just a tiger or some
large animal attack. It looks like not like a.
It's not a gerbil.
Okay.
It's
no one's thrown a kobold at him or anything.
No.
Killer ferret.
This is very consistent with what we've seen in. When I said I examined the body in the town, it's very consistent with that sort of attack. Obviously, it seems old, but I don't feel that the wound was treated properly, and there is an infection within the blood that has set in.
Okay. The as you examine the man, he's pretty much able to utter nothing more than. Seems he's completely out of it.
Can I, if I may, try cast something on him to make something better? It is a bit of magic, but with your permission.
He looks around. The cliffs, the light's starting to go down now, but he looks up at the archers, and each of them ready, pull their bows up, putting an arrow ready on the string, not pulled back. Do what you will. But I warn you, if I even get suspicious.
This is something that I've used many a time on people that are unconscious and on the brink of death to try and bring them back. Just doing this. You may have seen your other priest do this a fair bit. May I do this without you shooting at me?
If I get suspicious of your intentions, my hand drops, and then you do.
I'm going to cast Spare the Dying.
Okay.
On him.
Alright. Pull upon the divine power and channel it through your hand. There's a radiant glow. You place your hand on the body. Chest convulses. His eyes open, bright and wide, colour returning to them. And then his eyes roll back. It looks like he falls asleep. There seems to be some colour comes to his skin, but it's early to tell if there's any major improvement.
I'll take my hand off, both hands. See it. That is it done. As you can see, there's a slight improvement. I think it will take time. You'll need someone to maybe mash up his food for him into like a paste. What little we have given you that we can give you, and then we do have two very proficient. We do have two cooks with us that certainly would are very, very good at cooking with a small amount that could.
Which of you are the cooks?
They are back at the town, sadly.
So you don't have them?
Not with us at this moment, but they are part of our band.
I admire your confidence. I just don't think you understand how severe the situation you're in is.
I could cook.
Thank you for the kind offer, Bert. But on behalf of Exard, I'm going to say thank you, but no thank you.
I'm actually very good in the wild.
I'm sure you are.
It is getting late in the day, and I have people to take care of. You have my leave to rest within our encampment. The kobolds won't intrude up here. And there are enough of us to scare off any natural predators.
Do we have your word that we won't be attacked whilst we rest?
As long as you don't try anything, we won't attack you. You have my word. But again, if you make a move on any of my people,
Agreed.
I will not hesitate.
Do you have any more in his condition?
We have others that are weak, but no one as bad as Rifak was.
Any that are unresponsive, that are unconscious?
No. Usually if they get that bad, then we have no choice but to leave them behind.
I understand that you would probably wish to give it to your strongest first, but may I suggest that some food do be given to those before they get to his condition?
Thank you for telling me how to manage my camp.
I just meant it more from a medical perspective.
Say thank you, Randy.
I do apologise if I made any offence. I did not need any offence.
Yeah, you're a guest, you're not running the place.
I understand, but I just...
Guest is a word I use tenuously.
The priest. What? God?
Kama was a worshipper of Alai.
Sorry, what was his name?
Kama. Kamah.
Is that the reason why you're up here closer to the shrine rather than further down the
This is a good defensible place, only one way in, one way out.
Well, yes, I suppose.
And you say you lost him. Did he die or did he get taken into the town?
Kammer.
Yes.
He fell ill. Didn't last a day.
That's a shame.
This is shortly after this ICAD show.
Within the week.
And prior to that, was he in good health?
He was. Priest though he was, he would go out with the heart and help with the harvest.
Thank you, Exard. We'll make ourselves comfortable with the fire now, and I believe it's getting late in the day.
Yeah.
So we'll make ourselves scarce at first light.
Where did ICAD come from?
I don't know. My job was to stand on the wall.
Did he come on his own?
He came with a party, 5 other people.
Are they still there?
I don't know.
Do you know their names?
No.
Would anybody else know their names?
I don't think anybody here would. But look, I kept turned up. Almost immediately, he was running the settlement. I don't know what happened to the people that travelled with him. I never saw them after the first day.
All right.
Well, we have a lot to think about. We thank you for your hospitality. We'll stay the night and we'll be on our way in the morning, one way or another.
You'll be safe here. And we'll be watching.
We appreciate your hospitality.
He stands up from the fire and goes over to talk to some of his people. He starts dishing out the rations that you've provided. And some people come and they take Horrific's body off to one of the tents.
So I apologise, gents. The first part of the conversation I must have dozed off, and I can't remember it for whatever reason. I take it mediation is off the
He vehemently
Yes.
does not want to meet.
He has no trust in us and he has no... Yeah.
At the
As Lydia
moment,
said.
this is one word against another,
Yes.
and it is very hard to glean the truest truth.
That man that I healed, his markings were very similar to that of the corpse we examined.
Regardless of what's going on here, I think our priority must be for the safety of those in our caravan.
Yes, I would agree. I'd say ultimately, as painful as it is, we are not here to set all the wrongs of the world right. We're here to explore.
To document.
Yes.
We should get our people and be on our way.
We have got both sides of the argument for your book, and I believe that's enough. Let's move on.
You can
Maybe.
write a great tale about some sort of warring factions in a town and make it sound wonderful and horrible.
Don't make anything sound wonderful, lad.
And we can, be on our way.
I do want to take a look in that shrine, but I'm worried about the time. The time we have left and the time we might not have. In case Ikev is the monster that Exard says he is.
It's currently about an hour before sunset. So you've still got some of the evening left, but light is starting to slip away.
Or perhaps we can
Go to
visit the shrine before sun finally sets, or first thing, and then we'll be on our way.
For nothing but curiosity's sake, of course. I have no...
And if Exile does not want to come back with us, we should not get involved.
But at least we can say that we have tried to mediate something between them.
Well, no, it's if he does not wish to come back with us for mediation, it's none of our business.
Yeah, I understand.
We should return
I'm not
with
saying-
his warning. Do not mention it to Ikehead. Get our people and leave.
I think ICAD spells don't work on children.
That's why he wants the children orphaned.
I think that's why the boy saw his dad.
And maybe the spell alters their perception of these people to be monsters, when really, as we can see, all those tales of monsters that everyone was telling us about coming into the town, these people are not monsters.
Without knowing the full truth of the matter, it is unfair of us to pick a side.
I am not picking a side. I am looking at the facts that
Yes, but if we return to town and we say, yes, we encountered the bandits or whatever we claimed to be in the first place, the townspeople are going to want us to know why we didn't eliminate them.
Perhaps we encountered the kobolds, the bandits eluded us, we made it to the shrine.
We visited the shrine, it was very nice. We came back and now we're leaving.
Very sorry, yes.
And if our caravan has been turned, then we kill Ike.
Well,
I agree.
Exard seems a little...
Well, then if something like that has happened, then we deal with that when we get there.
Exard does seem a little non-specific about the whole turning business.
Well, we'll know when we get there.
Ultimately, it's none of our business.
The feast.
It's very sad, and they are warring between
The
themselves.
feast that we had with Ike his in charge when we were there. If I remember right, was it a lavish feast? I remember there was
Quite a bit of food
There was
there.
a lot of food there, wasn't there?
Yeah, because we waited until he ate before we ate.
I think...
Because we were like, this is weird.
I'd had some wine, and it wasn't particularly expensive wine. Like, it was like a locally produced...
I'm just thinking along that they have an incredible amount of food, and obviously these people are dying of malnutrition. It's just a shame that there's some parts of the world that are like this. And I think, sadly, Exard's pride and stubbornness is stopping him from stopping this.
We've given Exard a good deal to think about, so let's bed down for the night and see how he reacts in the morning.
Yes, I do need a very nice rest.
Okay. We should be up early.
First light.
First light. And then I think we sort of just...
Yeah, if we mill around a bit, does he give us a place where we can sleep?
He indicates that you should sleep close towards where the entrance to the camp is. He doesn't necessarily want you in the middle of his camp, but...
No, that's fine.
We'll follow his direction and find somewhere to bed down.
So he'll put you towards the front, where your equipment is, essentially.
And we'll bed down for the night.
Alright. So yeah, you go back over to where Orlean is having cleaned the weapons.
I cleaned it twice and just left it, and I've just sat there eating.
Yeah, I think I'll stay fully clothed. I'll just try and find the comfiest part of the rock to sort of...
Sek is there as well.
Yeah.
Sek keeps nervously looking down the path that you came up.
Are you waiting for anyone, Sek?
No.
Why do you keep looking? Can I insight check that now?
It feels to me like you did insight check it when I said it.
Yeah, dirty 20.
He seems nervous, but he says, "There's always dangerous things around."
What dangerous things would be here?
Oh, you know, eagles,
Okay, what if you come?
griffin, tiger, no, like cat.
Cats aren't scary.
Oh, a lynx!
What lynx?
Long ears, fluffy tail, big teeth.
Yeah, one of those.
Well, sleep under the tree and the eagle won't get you.
Okay.
Or why don't you come sleep over here, Zach? No, I just mean like, you know, closer to us people. Like, eagles aren't gonna come near us, you know.
You let Zach sleep in amongst you?
I swear to God's sake, if you try to kill one of us in our sleep, I will let these men skin you.
Then I won't do that.
Glad we've got an agreement.
Your outsides will become insides, and your insides will become outsides. There will be a lot of pain.
And then I will spoon out your eyes and put them on your ballsaw. Take your bullets and put them where your eyes are.
It all sounds very complicated, but I understand all a bit to do with the pain.
Good.
You say it hurts. That's all Sek need to hear.
Time for some sleep then.
Okie dokie.
There's some nightmare fuel.
Oh boy.
I feel like it's just Sek, sleep.
Yeah.
Sek comes over and prompts himself down next to you. He's looking around and he gets a couple of sticks and puts one and splits it.
Sek make fire. Make everyone happy, yes?
Do we...
I have a tinderbox.
What tinderbox? Shaman. Do another.
I'll hold his hands with the flint and steel.
like a child.
Sex shaman.
Sex shaman.
It's a very specific set of spells.
I want that character sheet.
Hello, I am the sex shaman.
And I touch you, tra-la-la.
Should I just think Gareth
You
said that?
ding-ding-dong.
Enjoying this lovely spectacle, can I throw my tinderbox to him and go, Sek, you can practice for next time.
I'll sort of cup his hands and be like, perhaps not, and just give you your tinderbox back. Maybe tomorrow night, Sek.
Children must be supervised.
That's going from Bert.
Yeah.
But I was enjoying the show. I mean, Lycidius, I know, but this was entertainment at its finest.
Just keep the fire small, Sek, please.
Okay, so after about 2.5 hours,
Trying to go to sleep, what we hear is...
Sek manages to get a small amount of smoke coming out of a handful of dry grass that he's got.
Sek, you know what? You haven't actually built any logs for a fire.
Take 1 point of exhaustion.
Stupid Sek.
He throws down his grass in disgust and starts wandering around looking for small twigs. Comes back, puts his twigs together, picks up his grass. He's gone out.
Oh, can someone please help me make the fire?
No, don't.
You're just watching him. He won't run if he doesn't try.
Right, who wants to bet something? This doesn't light within the hour.
Gold. He does light it.
Too cold on, he doesn't.
Yes.
We're doing a skill check on it then.
I think I might be losing 2 gold.
Okay, Sek. Come on, you can do this.
Come on, Sek.
Oh boy. Stick.
Oh, don't. There's one with cheese. Cheese.
Oh, no.
It's Dougie, that is.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck's sake.
Here we go. Come on. Alright, so at the end of this hour. Natural 1.
Yes! Pay up! Look over it.
It's fully dark. Fully dark by the time that Sek gets a fire going.
Are we leaving now?
Can I help? Can I please help him finish this bastard fire?
Now you managed to get it going, and there's a small fire he has going, and then he's got some of the food from your ration pack, which he puts on a stick and holds over the fire.
It's pre-cooked meat, so.
Probably can only eat raw meat, do we?
But ultimately, your group settle down. for the night.
Ultimately, finally.
Up here in the mountains, there's just your own little fire, and the fires over in the main part of the camp, and then the sky stretching out above you, far and wide, just stars, holes in the sky, brighter up here than they ever are normally. It must be because you're so close to them and you're high up. It's the only explanation. You're also caught by a glow coming from the top of the mountain where the door to the shrine is.
Is it like a normal glow?
A yellow-orange glow comes from the door.
Oh, it must be a honeymoon.
Like, does it flicker like a fire?
It does.
Oh.
But otherwise, are we going for a full rest?
Attempt to, I think.
I'm going to be touching.
Whoa.
Whilst I'm asleep,
touching you, Kieran, to give vigilant blessing, just so that you get advantage on the next initiative roll. Just you've been watching this whole time whilst we've been talking. Keep those eyes open, except for when you sleep, obviously. But the other times, keep those eyes open.
Always.
You may have a long rest without interruption.
Makes me so happy.
Yeah, okay. No,
you can have some experience points actually from this morning's little encounter.
Yeah.
It might tick us up. Come on. I can't remember what we were at.
It was goblins, I don't.
I've got us at 5.
Oh. Did I issue it already for the?
You did for the
Yetis.
For the Yetis, you did at the end of the last session.
Yeah, it's up to 554.
554 is what I've got us on.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100 experience points for yesterday.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
You don't get a lot for kobolds.
We need to kill more kobolds. What I'm sitting hearing? I mean, when I said kobolds, I meant small non-kobold kobolds.
We have to kill like 5 or 6 times that amount again.
You have to do genocide.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it doesn't sound like it's going to take Van very long to repopulate the whole of the kobold race.
We could use this as a farming zone. We could just come up here, kill some kobolds, go back to town.
We said that about Sphinx Lair. Look at that line.
Yeah, that didn't turn out too well, did it?
As a boar, I was desperate for someone to ask how he was making the other kobolds. Because I was thinking, like, it's significant. But then when he said he was fertilising the eggs, I thought, oh, okay.
What, you thought he was making them with magic?
I thought, yeah, maybe
cloning them.
There was something weird happening.
From the tone of his voice, I think we could all gather how he was making.
It might be something weird happening. We don't know what. We didn't see any female kobolds. We didn't really check, but he might be all lined up for him or something.
Weird. We'll ask Seth about it in the morning. How are you?
It's our first life.
Yes, you wake really as first light comes. It's early in the morning. The sun doesn't hit you straight away. The sky lightens, but your position in the mountains with high cliffs all around you, it'll be a while before the sun is high enough to fully cast its light in here. But light fills the canyon.
Is Sex still by his burnout fire?
Yeah, it's burnt out, and he's there curled up in the fetal position. It's one leg occasionally kicking out. I'm making a mistake. I'm making him into something adorable.
Yeah. You realise we're sacrificing people now to save him.
He's got 5 hit points. Any area of effective ability is going to kill him.
So what I'm hearing is we get him some armour, we cast aid on him.
He can level up with the party.
So getting up, take a little stretch.
Okay.
Is
that flickering gone from the top of the mountain? Just
no, it's still there.
Does Exhard come and greet us first thing in the morning, or somebody?
Not straight away, no, but you can hear there are other people moving in the camp.
Perhaps we'll get their attention and.
I will give you all your weapons back, by the way. However, I'm not going to hold on to them.
XRs, excuse me.
You're just going to shout into the camp, first light. The sun's just coming up. You're just going to shout, Exard!
I'll try and. I'll quietly go and get someone's attention and ask for Exhard.
Alright. So one of the guards sees you, nods, and they don't get Exard. Exard comes, having clearly just put clothes on, rubbing his face.
We're preparing to be on our way. We're wondering if you'll permit it. You are camped here after all. May we visit the shrine before we do?
I see no reason to stop you visiting the shrine.
There's a light up. Did you have a mountain stationed up there inside?
No. But it's a holy place. And I don't interfere with such matters.
Do you know what's in there then?
There's a statue placed for offerings.
Who lit the light?
A few of my people go up there, make offerings.
Okay.
But it's not my thing.
Perhaps we'll leave a token offering, on your behalf, or whatever, if that's...
As you wish.
But our intention is we'll go visit the shrine, pay our respects, and then we're going to head back to that town and retrieve our people.
Well,
have you changed your mind? Are you going to join us?
No. Next time I go into town, it will be to take our people and to do damage.
Well, we go with your warning about this Icard and what he's doing.
Stay clear of him. Get your people, check that they're okay, and get out of there. Because if we fall upon the town again, we can't trust that any of your people aren't his.
Why don't you... Forgive me, but you've left the town this far. You're mostly a day's travel away now. Why don't you just keep going and leave it behind you? If I may, I appreciate that's a deeply personal question.
Children. There's still a chance to get the children. And I don't know if there's a way to break whatever it is that he does. If we could extract someone alive, then maybe we could find out. But we never get anyone alive.
What happens to them?
They fight to the death.
They're just people. You're armed men.
I don't make the rules. They fight to the death.
The children too.
Have you thought about...
He keeps the children well guarded. There are very few wandering the streets. That orphanage he set up for the fatherless, motherless children, where only he visits. Yes, it is weird, isn't it?
Do you not think about hitting their food stores?
We do hit their food stores.
Oh.
There's only so much we can carry away. They try and take away their supplies.
They claim they can't grow anything because you burn it.
We have set fires. And it has cost lives. I'm not proud of it.
Okay, well, I do understand that. Thanks, Art.
Have you ever got anyone out?
The only people we've managed to get out are people who aren't turned. People who were living there, subjugated but not under his thrall.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, your hospitality. We'll go visit the shrine now. And
get your people and get out of there. If, like you say, you're just travellers, it's not your fight, I don't expect you to get involved. Don't try and negotiate with him.
Hopefully we'll return, get our people and leave, and if we pass back through these parts on a different time, hopefully things are different.
Hopefully it is. I underline again there. Don't speak to him. If he manages to corner one of you, get one of you alone. It's already over for you. Don't speak to him. Other than that...
Yeah, we've been warned.
I wish you all the luck in the world.
just go and get my knife out of the pile of weapons and sort of sheathe it, and then
Let's go to the shrine.
yeah, try and make our way up the sort of path of least resistance.
Yeah. Okay, well, there's a winding path that leads up the cliff face, and when it goes over, you're fairly close to the summit of this particular peak. You can look down and see the cluster of tents down the bottom of the gorge. There's a flat area before you come up to what's clearly a built
without being really meta, is that statue on the rock face? It is there.
It is there, yes.
And if we look at the claws on the statue, are they...
You want to go specific? I mean, you see it at a distance, but you're coming up to the district. If you want to take a diversion to go and look, you're welcome to.
I will mention it to everyone that that thing on the statue has big claws. I don't know if they'll be consistent with the scrape from the bodies.
As the, albeit self-proclaimed, but chief medical officer of this expedition, I can come with you to give you my professional and expert guidance on the
because I'll lift up the Yeti
situation
out my bag that I somehow remembered's in there, and that was too small for
yes,
the thingy.
That definitely was.
And they look bigger than the Yeti hand. I'll do this.
Do you remember it as a distance, though, my good man?
Let's go up to the shrine, and I really would like to make a rough sketch of it, actually. That would be fantastic. And then we'll inspect it on the way down, yes?
That's a good idea.
Who do we believe this shrine to be towards?
Why?
Was it not just an avatar?
Well, an avatar of a lie, supposedly.
Most unusual
I
circumstance.
can't remember who told us that, though. I think he might be like...
so take
was
that
it not
with a sack of salt.
the woman?
I can't remember.
Was it not the mother that noticed that? Yeah.
Yeah, take that with a sack of salt as well. She wouldn't even.
She gave me cake.
Yeah,
So, are you diverting towards the statue?
I think we're going shrine first.
Shrine first.
Due second, or does the path go past it on the way up, or is it?
No, it's off to the side.
How inconvenient.
Yeah.
it's almost like it's been designed that way.
I think shrine first.
So you make your way up the path. The doorway is just an archway. There's no door itself proper. So it's an open air thing, and you can see that as you're coming in, there's obviously daylight coming in from above. So it looks like while it's roofed, there's a hole over the centre which looks down. So I mean, is there any particular way you're going up there, or are you just going up as a bunch?
Just one after the other, I suppose. Yeah.
As you breach the front of the doorway, you can see the flickering lights of torches inside, and you get up to the front entrance, which is right on the lip of the cliff, and you look inside. There's what looks to be a high-backed altar in here, very high-backed, flat-looking thing with raised. I'll tell you what, I'll just get it and show you.
Oh no, that he has a model for. I fear.
Chair? High back with a flat platform.
Might you say throne, James?
It's going to be a throne, isn't it?
It's going to be one of those funny things, isn't it? Funny thrones.
It's going to be a mimic.
When was the last time we found a throne?
A long time ago,
I've only seen one and it didn't
Was
go
it
that
an
great.
avatar throne by any chance?
Yeah, it got in someone.
right? Last time we found was under the Tower of Darius.
Yeah, so no one got in at that time. We did
Before
have
it
it.
was-
The first throne we found, someone had made it.
Old Warren
Nathan sign it.
jumped in it, yeah.
And then he had silver in his head, and it was not good because it was like you got 7 sessions and then you lose your character, basically, to becoming because the avatars just use the body and then until the body just dies.
Just burnt it up, didn't it,
We
basically?
can trick the cobble.
But also,
Sexology.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
that's a sec.
to get an avatar out of the body is like insane because the saving throw they have to.
No, I imagine.
We struggle even at our level now, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no! That's it, we killed it, we get the experience.
Killed the chair.
That's very exciting.
Yes.
Okay. And there's a statue on it depicting a woman with wings
Is it typical of what I've seen of a lie?
The imagery might represent a lie, certainly.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen things like this before.
Being a religious man, do I
Verticus does
recognise
have
the
a holy symbol of
iconography
a lie on
towards
it.
a certain one of an avatar in their name, or their their title, because a lot of things get given titles, don't they?
They do. I don't know how much knowledge you personally have of the avatars.
I've got, I would say, base knowledge. I know. So what?
Make a religion check.
I know. Well, see, Randy would know that all the gods had avatars. They were called. Some of them didn't come back, and that's pretty much about it. My religion check is it's 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are avatars, such as avatar.
All the gods have them, don't they?
Yeah, you got them. Yeah. They're extensions of the god's will, as you understand it.
And this is clearly a statue to something.
That's right. So the statue is there, wings extended. There's a golden chain around the neck of the statue, which comes down to an amulet, which is inset with a red stone.
Is there like an offering plate or anything?
At the base of the chair, there appear to be some coins, some flowers, petals, and things like that. There's a couple of bottles. So things have clearly been placed here. Looks like some of it's been here a while.
That sounds like because Verticus would be like, oh my god, look, it's a lie.
Is there any anything on the walls? Anything else?
It seems to be quite clean of inscription.
Can we? Can I ask Sek to go have a look round inside?
Oh my god.
What is it?
Sek, come with me. This is a temple. I'm
Yeah.
going to walk in up to the offering plate.
Oh, okay.
And what you do, kneel down, and then I'm going to light some incense. Do you get that tinder? No, like the tinder box. Like you were yes. You can light the not everywhere, the incense. This thing.
Okay.
A little bit. Okay, that'll do. Well done. I'll get the tinder box off of him. There. So with the incense, I'll put it down into the offering plate.
Okay.
If we come back, we come back one day, Sek's like an overlord of all kobolds anyway.
I'm gonna put.
Sek has reached up with his fingers and placed them over his nostrils.
If it's smelly, Sek, you can go wait outside.
Sek will go over to the doorway, work his way back out.
I'm going to put in 2 gold as the offering, the incense burning, and then make a prayer. Not to any one specific god, because on the inside I'm not sure which one this fucking is.
Okay.
Just to the pantheon in general.
I'll take a religion check again.
I can't remember if it was on minus, wasn't it? 15.
You do, as you make your offerings, feel a presence here. A sense of comfort washes over you as you pray, as you offer up a piece of yourself to this altar. You feel part of your essence leave your body and a sense of peace settle over you. You close your eyes. What's everybody else doing?
So there's no like growth in here or anything like that. Doesn't look like a normal temple of a light. It's a bit,
No idea who a light is.
a bit
Sort of
boring.
Or Vino.
So I've stepped in. I'm just having a look around, and I'm not particularly religious or anything, but nothing but pure sort of speculation and more curiosity. I sort of lean against the wall and sort of try and close your eyes and I sort of try and sort of take in the atmosphere of the place and just sort of ask, not out loud, just within my head, sort of focusing on the figure in front of me. And I'll just ask, Do you have a hold over these men below here? And I don't know why. I don't know why I ask it. Just I got a bad feeling about this kid.
You got a bad feeling about this kid?
That's why I chose this one.
I'll take a religion check with disadvantage, please.
Yes. It's probably not going to be particularly. I rolled a 5 and a 3, and I get +1. So
Alright.
take a pick.
Yeah, you look at the... Make a perception check as well.
That might be good.
A 4!
This whole situation's got you completely flummoxed. And you find your thoughts swirling around. You're
Maybe
just desperate for an answer that just does not seem to come.
Yeah.
But you see that Randy has knelt before the altar, has closed his eyes and seems to be deep in prayer.
Just as a thing, despite Randy's demeanour, when it comes to the gods, he is quite courteous. Just not to every other race that's not an elf.
Okay.
Maybe that magical amulet is special.
What, the gold one around the statue's neck? It's possible.
It looks out of place here, doesn't it? The big gold.
You open your eyes, feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, whole.
It's when you say it like that. Stand back up.
Okay.
It was a good idea to come up here. I think it was nice to do a bit of good old-fashioned praying. You don't get the chance to do it at a proper shrine when you're on the road quite often.
It's just a statue on a chair.
Yeah, I feel it's a bit disappointing.
The statue and the chair, I mean, they appear to be of different build. You could pretty much surmise that it looks like they've been put here at separate times. The chair has been here for longer than the statue.
I mean, it might not be as grand as the ones you are used to, but this isn't a well-off place. The shrine's not going to be full of lavish things. There is clearly a civil war, as Lucidia said, going on down below as well. It's not going to be well kept and manned. The priest, by the sounds of it, as well, is long dead. So it might be humble and simple. It is still a beacon to the gods, nonetheless.
Anyway, who wants to go down the hill and look at the cool statue?
No, we've visited. We came to the shrine. We've seen what it has to offer.
It is an interesting necklace, though.
Sec.
Yeah. What are her hands like?
Grab the necklace, Sec.
What are her hands like?
So her hands are with the wings, pretty much as the statue depicts. So they are really entwined with feathers. Looks like it.
The hands, not claws.
Well, I'm
Yes.
thinking
What about her feet?
in my head, the Hagrid.
They look like feet.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we've seen the shrine.
If we get questioned on it, we can say what's here. We've been here. We've seen it.
How nice does the necklace look?
It's gold.
I mean, I'm only in the doorway.
Gold inset with a gem.
Is it like gleaming or is it like dusty? Or I mean, I'm in the doorway, so I don't know how.
There's some dust on it. But it's in a mountaintop, open air thing. The sky's open before it looks like it rains on this statue.
Is the hole right above the statue? Is it? In the
Yeah, it is.
Ah. That doesn't look right. as the hole is perfectly in with the statue that's on the throne.
It's quite common. You have temples of Gar will have openings next to altars in which they'll perform rites, and
Does the hole look like it's supposed to be there?
It's a square hole has been specifically made.
Okay, cool.
it's not quite often temples of Alai have open top roofs and allow growth to come back in. It's nothing untoward to be found in multiple different temples to any of the gods.
I don't like this religion stuff.
Well, the gods are with you whether you're with them or not. They work in mysterious ways.
Oh, God.
Exactly, they are with you. Even within your speech, your books, they are there.
Okay. Well, if we're done here, I think we really ought to be moving on.
Gotta rename a morning star to the god, because it's always with me.
Let's take a look at this other statue down here.
Let's look at the
and move on.
the obvious other statue that's down.
Okay.
I will turn to the statue and just bow before leave it, just respectfully.
Make a perception check.
You've been down this room before, Josh.
I'm not taking anything. I've been good. I really want to grab that necklace. 13.
Feels to you that the... No. Yeah, you look at the statue, it's all fine. It's all fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just think that when you went in, the statue was looking straight ahead, and when you go up to nod at it, it looks like it's looking down at you.
Okay. As I walk out, I'll rub my eyes. Got a bit of sleep still in my eyes, probably. I'll just.
Got pink eye.
Was I sleeping next to Sex Ass?
Sex Ass.
Just any of the people in the camp.
I'll walk out, just rubbing my eyes, just trying to get the. You said you wanted to visit the other statue?
Yeah, it's got big hands.
Okay, well, I've heard worse excuses for visiting things, so...
Makes you look smaller.
Yeah. Normally I prefer small hands to make me look bigger.
I'm saying, it's demasculating.
That's what I'm into. I really get off on feeling inferior.
The bigger the hand, the better.
Oh no, I'm so tiny. Oh. This is weird. Okay, so the group depart the shrine and start heading back down. Sek is, hey, I forgot something, I'll be right back. And starts trotting back up towards the shrine.
Sek, what have you forgotten?
My stick.
Sek, you didn't have a stick.
Shit.
Sek,
He hangs his head and comes back down to the rest of the group.
Don't steal from the shrine, Sek.
What do you want, sir?
It's bad juju.
They had drink there and flowers.
I don't think the drink's for you, or the drink is for the god.
Did not you think it?
There are flowers down there within the forest that you can pick.
Okay.
I'll hand in my water skin as well.
What's this?
Drink. Inside, not the... try and teabag the... I sort of take it back off him, open the cap and sort of pour a little out onto my hand. And,
Okay.
yeah.
He takes it off you. Just pours it on his face.
Oh, there goes my water for today.
Over his face, running off his scales. Until it runs out, and then he...
Thank you, Sek, and I'll swipe it back off him.
You prick.
What have we still got with us?
Oh dear.
Alright, so the group head down the cliff, getting close towards this griffin-like statue mounted on a large platform. It appears that the statue looks down at where the camp is in the gorge below.
As I look back at the statue...
Which statue? This statue? That
Yeah.
statue.
Oh, sorry. That statue.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see it from the angle as we're walking down?
No. No, as soon as you're away from the door, you can't see anymore.
Yeah.
The only way you'd see it is if it was peeking through the door.
It's giving it.
That
If
would
that
be
happens,
weird. I don't
am
like that.
jumping down the mountain.
like Doctor Who when you're not looking at them.
Yeah, don't. That's the only episode that gets me, man.
Don't.
Like,
Yeah, don't blink. I'd be like, set, keep an eye on it.
Sorry, no, I'll carry on.
Yes.
So once we get to this other statue, are there any markings on it? Any...
Make a perception check.
Probably not. 13.
There are some etchings along the side of the base of the platform, but erosion has damaged it beyond the capability to read, you feel.
Does it look like the top comes off at all?
There's a line around the edge. It looks like the base is built and then another
Been put on top of
another thing has been put on top of it. So, it's been built out of several pieces rather than just carved out of a single piece of stone. It'd be quite a feat to haul something like this up to this place as well.
Yeah, I'd say it's very high. And I imagine it looks as it is.
Pretty much, yeah.
Gold necklace sort of thing on it. And if I look at the claws on the front,
Yeah.
do they match up with the wounds from inside the town that we saw?
The claws on I think of the front of this thing would be bigger
Bigger.
than what's on those bodies.
and is it this colour because it's copper? Or...
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, I think it'd be heavy.
Should we try and open it?
No one listen.
So yes.
And we didn't die, so absolutely we're going to try.
But overall, it looks quite old and it's
Been here a while.
There's no offerings underneath this statue,
No.
nothing at all.
No.
Looking at dating, does it look roughly about the same sort of age as the throne, or older? Without my carbon dating tools.
Yeah, make a history check.
We're going at 20 and +0.
The stone seems to be reminiscent of the chair more than the statue.
Oh, okay. It's very, very old.
I would just say about this. It's about similar age to the throne and the shrine. Looks like they may have been erected at the same time.
So childish.
Is it quite overgrown? A little bit of foliage, a little bit of moss and all that sort of stuff here? Like, no one comes to visit this particular statue, I guess.
There's no moss
No
or growth
moss.
on it. No.
Nothing at all.
No.
The walkway is relatively clear towards it.
Yes, it appears to be clear. There's some natural growth on the cliff face, but nothing around this statue.
Someone's kind of looking after it. But not.
Undead, yes. Corporeal or incorporeal?
You can have 5 more in a second.
Zombies. They've headed back to the abandoned settlement.
Okay.
In a very, very roundabout way.
Chair.
I saw.
Yes.
We all were very good and refrained from A, sitting in it, and B, robbing the very appetising necklace around the said statue.
What do you have to know?
Just ruins.
Some ruins. That box right ahead of you.
Going up to the statue.
You know, you guys, every time someone walks past you, you bump your chair to move in, and your chair does not move an inch.
I know.
You just bounce it up and down.
I don't have much room to move in, but I like to know that the thought is there.
Like,
I'm being polite.
Who it is who sits here whenever I go by, they always go like this. But I'm like,
How it works.
Yeah.
So, going up to the statue, is there space that I could walk around the statue?
Yes, there is.
So I just want to walk around the statue.
Right, the back, it's quite close to a drop, but you can walk around it.
Just to see. I won't go anywhere precarious where I think my footing might be at risk.
Okay.
but just to see if there may be any signs of it being a possible tomb that might have been sealed. There may be lines of a doorway going.
Make
into
a investigation check, haven't it? A perception check.
We're going to use a different dice for this. We're going to regret using a different dice for this. 9.
I mean, pretty much as because you're looking around about the same time as Lycidius, who's indicating that there are markings, but it's very worn away, and you're getting pretty much the same thing from your interpretation. You can see nothing that appears to form an opening or any clear markings or.
The markings are on the panels on the pedestal.
Yes, they are.
Can I take one of my many pieces of parchment that I just got sort of crumpled in my bag, and sort of stick of charcoal and try and take a
you go rubbing.
Form of rubbing. Yeah. I don't know how faded they are. I mean, does it look like
it's quite badly eroded? But nonetheless, you take a rubbing of it.
Okay, cool.
Before his wife arrives.
Right.
Are there any gems in the eyes of this griffin, or is it just copper?
It's just copper, yeah.
It's not even a proper statue.
There's only a real statue if it's got gems.
Yes. Officially.
Well, we've seen what this shrine has to offer. We should probably be on our way.
Yeah, we should probably go back and save our slaves.
We should probably head back down the mountain and return to the town.
Yeah. Are we taking little cobalt friend with us into the town?
I think Sec.
Yes.
Would you like?
What you want?
We are going on an adventure. We are going on a trip around this whole continent, this island, and we would like to offer the invite to you to come with us, to join us. You will be fed, and
Deal.
you will have some fun, but it means you do not have to go back to Varn.
Well, if Sek go back to Van, then I think that Van kill Sek.
I think that too.
Also, sex mate. Bad.
Bad? How so?
Well, she's very.
He wants to go on a journey to get away from his nagging wife.
Oh, that's fine. Maybe you find some more kobold, and maybe you become the next Varn, and you become all powerful and biggest kobold. But for now, it'll be most nice to have you.
Sek has not big ambitions like that. No. Sek more want smaller things in life.
Like?
Shirt.
Okay.
Walking stick.
Okay. Well.
Maybe hat.
Well, if you do well on the adventure, then I shall get you a glorious hat.
Not just a small one.
You can come and pick your own hat.
Okay, deal.
This guy's gonna die, so
when Sek dies, I'm gonna be.
You lot can live on your own. I'm healing Sek.
He wants to be like a Victorian man. That's in my head.
And he wants a monocle.
Like super starched shirt.
And he already hates his wife.
And you go hat and instantly went to top hat.
I thought, I was like, wait.
I was thinking like a Robin Hood hat.
I was thinking Robin Hood.
Yeah. It's not like a stovepipe.
I was thinking.
Yeah, because that would be ridiculous.
And walking stick-wise, I was thinking just a lump of wood rather than an official cake.
Yeah. I was twisting it round and going to the opera.
Have you seen when Winnie the Pooh dresses smart with the little black top hat?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not in a tuxedo.
Just a shirt, nothing underneath.
Yeah, just a red.
Oh god.
Yeah. Sek has got no desires to have trousers.
Well, Sek is essentially our doll now. We're going to dress him up, apparently to be a gent.
Can we put him in the bird cage for now?
With or without the bird.
The bird's not in there yet. For safekeeping, of course.
We're not putting him in a bird cage. Can you imagine that thing? Is
But Victorian kobold. Surprising what you find on here.
So it's going straight on the wiki.
Picture of set.
Our new favourite NPC.
I'm just saying, all we need is 2 more kobolds in a trench coat, and we are there.
Smoking a cigar.
He learned how to use his tinderbox. He learned how to set fire.
There's actually like a whole bunch.
Oh God. Anyway,
Yes, we should probably begin heading back down. Let's travel back down the path and back to the town.
so you're going to leave this thing? You leave this thing alone?
The person's called it the Gentleman Kobold. I didn't draw this just now. It existed before.
Is he wearing like Neo shades?
There are no new ideas. It's all.
Alright, yeah. We're heading back down the path. Back to
Okay,
town.
so you head away from the griffin-like, possible tomb-like, who knows what it
We
is.
know on the map where it was, so we can come and open it at a later date.
We know roughly where it is. So.
North of
We're
the
going to go
town.
full circle and back round again.
Yeah.
Get super powerful and come back and
Yeah,
investigate.
level 20 round.
And then we're going to kill all the kobolds,
Yeah. We're going to just look at it.
as we've kitted Sek out with full plate armour and everything.
It's like a significant part of our team.
Right. Anyway. To town. We can get that far.
Alright. So your party make their way back down the cliff, hit the path, and over the course of the next 3 to 4 hours, make your way down to the base of the mountain. Through the woodlands where you fought the Yeti. And by the afternoon...
Are the remains still there at the Yeti?
Yeah. It's obviously some animal has had at it. By late afternoon, the town is back in sight.
Did you ever remove that arrow from your loot?
I would have done at some point. Would I have noticed whether the flight would have matched those of the arrows in the back of the Yeti?
Make an intelligence check.
No, it's not my forte. Just a flat roll. Only an 8.
You think about it now and curse yourself for not paying more attention at the time.
Bugger.
You look down at your loot. Unfortunately, that's a crossbow bolt rather than an arrow.
Yeah.
It doesn't match.
I was going to ask, but I was dying for a wee and I completely forgot by the time I'd come back. So.
It just came into my head and I was like, hold on,
I know.
shot at.
All the time. Oh,
Okay.
I'm just going to tell Harry about this thing and I walk into the office. Tell you what I did see in this film last night, and that's what happens. I forget about the important thing I'm supposed to say.
Does the town look like once we get close to it, does it appear as we left?
As you pretty much as you left it, still obvious signs of the fire damage, but the fire is clearly out. It appears to be all quiet. You can see a couple of people on the walls patrolling, some people outside.
On the way down, does it feel like we had eyes on us when we were leaving, or were we quite... I mean, I wouldn't have been looking around for it, just, you get that feeling in your head.
Yeah. Make an insight check.
I think it's a straight 7. Yeah, 7.
I mean, you're not sure.
Yeah.
You're not sure. You feel like the people you left might be watching you, or certainly as you approach town, you feel that the eyes are on you the second you're in sight of it.
Going straight to the gate?
Yeah, I think we'll just go straight to the gate and head back to our caravan to check, to make sure everyone's there, we'll try not to act like we know more than we do, I guess.
Don't act suspicious.
As we walk in with a cobalt on a leash.
Yeah, he's not on a leash anymore,
not?
he's
Oh,
just free
he's
walking.
free.
He actually actively wants to come because he means he doesn't have to go into his wife.
We have no reason to be anywhere else in the town other than our caravan, so just head straight to the caravan.
Yeah.
Well, you approach the gates of the town, and as a couple of the guards see you, the gates are shut. It looks like they've had to roughly rebuild one of them. You can see there's many planks probably ambitious, split logs that have been nailed across it to give it some shape. But the doors are pulled open as your group approaches. As you get to the door. Oh there. Again. Thank you for your help the other night.
Who's this to be?
This is one of the guards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, welcome. Your town was in distress, and we gave you aid.
We saw you coming across the planet. Everybody okay? Everybody okay in your group?
Yes.
Yes, I think that we encountered some kobolds, but
Nothing we can't handle.
yeah.
Encountered some kobolds.
Well, I've been asked to escort you to Silwell as soon as you came into the town.
Oh,
Just in the grain storage.
we need to get some things from our caravan first, if that's okay.
It'll only take a moment.
So we'll go into our caravan.
I'm sorry, I've been given orders, sir.
Right.
Your orders were to take us there. We're saying we're just going over there first, and then we're more than happy to come with you afterwards.
Respectfully, sir, you've been given orders. We haven't.
Oh, my orders are to bring you to Silwell so he can ask you whatever it is he needs to ask you. I don't know what it is, but please don't get me into trouble.
Okay, well, maybe go via the caravan?
Well, the caravan's at the back end of town. The grain storage is only here.
Well, okay.
Okay.
We will all go.
Yeah.
You hold no power here.
What?
So you will all go. There's no problem.
Sure, just this way. And he takes you alone over to a side building. It's next to one of the badly burned ones. It looks like a barn, essentially. And it opens the door. The afternoon light spills in, and there's what looks to be some covered lanterns lighting up the main part of the room. And you can see there's barrels of grain stacked up, and then just a large sloped pile of grain towards the back of the room. Silwell is there with what looks to be a board with a stack of papers on. And he has a quill, and he's writing. He looks over to see a group squinting. You've returned. Please, is everybody okay?
Yes, we are all okay. We encountered some hostile kobolds and made
some those large furry
Yetis.
beasts. Yetis.
Oh, and yes,
Yetis?
large furry beasts, horned, big hands, big teeth.
What about the brigands?
Sadly not.
No?
No, I'm afraid not.
We made it all the way to the shrine, and it's some sort of devotion to a lie by lots of things.
Make a deception check.
Yeah. Not my strong suit, but
Barn full of grain.
that's fine.
Are we near any of the barns that were set on fire?
18.
Yeah, right next to.
19 minus
And this
1.
conveniently has not been set on fire.
What do you get?
19 minus 1, so 18.
Well, that's a shame, but I'm glad you're all right.
How's our caravan doing? Did you give you any trouble?
No, everyone in the group has been fine. A couple of your people have been trying to capture birds.
Oh yeah.
Forgive me for asking. I find it strange how the scorch marks outside and how the other buildings right next to this one were on fire, yet this one seems to be not damaged.
We're lucky, very lucky. This building was used to store other things. We've had that moved out and cobbled together what grain we could find. I'm just doing a count now to...
We're counting the individual grains.
The quantity of grain. Don't be so facetious.
Well, it just seems very...
I'm trying to
odd.
feed my people here. I'm sorry if that's stupid tasks for you.
Is there something you wanted? We've had a long journey.
No, I simply wanted to know if you'd seen any sign of them.
Oh,
we need to be ready if they come back.
No, well, we apologise, Silwell. It was as you said, tracks in every direction. Unfortunately,
I'm disappointed. Well, I appreciate your efforts anyway. I'm sorry if delayed you. Please feel free to go back to your caravan. I'll let Icad know.
Could I, just interested, are we allowed to bypass the orphanage and just chat with the children maybe? I'd like to give them some blessings in a little prayer group.
That might be possible later, but obviously children's safety is paramount to us. So. Certainly a religious blessing would be a good thing for the children, I would think. Well, I'll tell you what. You get back to your caravan. I'm sorry to have waylaid you.
No, it's
No,
quite all right.
it's just we, as you well know, the shrine's best part of a day's travel, and we've been travelling most of the day.
We're simply tired.
Get back to your people. I'll have some food brought to you, what we can spare anyway. But I extend a grateful we are to you to try and pin these people down.
Of course. If you can excuse us.
Of course. Please, get some rest. You look tired.
Thanks.
Turns back to his stack of papers.
I'll let out an over-exaggerated yawn as we move it.
Okay.
Sorry, it's like first thing I said was, "Don't be suspicious." Excuse me,
So
can I take you to the grain store? What?
We want to go back to our caravan
we
now!
we weren't doing anything.
Give me access to your children.
Oh dear me.
But yes, we will head back to the.
Yeah. Why? For religious reasons.
That goes down so well in history.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way back out into the street. The guard who you said, "Thank you for your cooperation. Very grateful and all that, but please." And he heads back over to the gate, leaving you with free run of the town.
I will go and introduce Sec to Huey and Hubie.
Okay. So you go over to the area in the centre of town where your little group have settled. The wagons are there, all still as you saw in Hubie and Huey. Apparently arguing over something to do with the large cauldron. It's larger than before. They've acquired it from somewhere.
Don't ask any questions.
No, I don't want to know the answer.
Yeah.
so-
Well, I reckon if we can get 30 of them, it'll be enough for a decent meal. 30 is not going to be enough. 60 is what we want.
Huey, Hubie.
Yep. What you got here?
This is a kobold.
Hello.
His name is Sec.
Mm-hmm.
He's not to eat.
Not to what?
He's coming with us. He's our friend, Huey.
Okay. Well, no, we never cook anything that speaks, do we? Well, that was like once.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was different.
Yes.
It was an emergency situation.
Dare I ask where we've acquired a bigger crockpot cauldron?
Well, no one was using it.
Right.
Our job
Where
is
is
to.
our old one?
Well. Oh.
Did you give it to the... Did you replace... Did you swap them?
Yeah, I said it'd be more energy efficient, like, more wood efficient to cook in a smaller pot if there's just a small family, whereas we're cooking for a large quantity of people, so we need a larger pot.
Yes, of course you did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, there was a hole in our old one. I didn't make it. Yes, you fucking did.
Do you know what? Ignorance is bliss. I'm going to leave you with Sec. He'll help you with whatever you need for now. When you give him instructions, you have to be very specific.
Right. Okay. Got it.
And I mean very specific.
I understand exactly what specific means.
Right. Okay. I'm going to regret this. Shall we make our way over to the orphanage? Assuming you're-
Sec, I need to clean the inside of this pot, so you're going to have to climb in.
Do you know what? Ignorance is bliss. The less I know, the more comfort I
Okay.
I'm gonna say, well, we're to our two cooks. Are you looking forward to leaving the town?
I'll be honest, it's been nice to have a couple of days in comfort. There's a wall around us, plenty of people, quite a few cakes.
I think we'll be leaving soon.
That's a shame. Well, it's getting on in the day though, isn't it? So probably better do a meal for tonight.
I don't know. I have to ask.
Has anyone come over and spoken to you outside of Cake Lady?
Yeah, plenty of people have come and had a chat.
ICAB at all? So you come over?
Hi, Kev.
Yeah, is he come over at all?
Who's he?
Main chap.
Oh, I never met an IKED.
I
did.
I think it was Iked.
That bloke. You met him, did you?
Yeah, this is Hubie who says I met him. Yeah, I met him.
Okay, wasn't he say anything interesting?
Well, I was picking up a barrel in the goat over there, and he indicates towards. I mean, it's a rough-looking building, but it's operating as a makeshift tavern. It's really a roof with beams all round it, so it's open air with a roof, and there's a bar at the back. Well, I was getting a barrel in there, and that was last night. And Ikev was in there getting a drink, so I had a couple of words with him. He said hello, asked me how I was, so I said it was fine. Seemed pleasant enough for a guy running a town. Normally they're right up their own arses.
But you thought he was alright?
He was alright, yeah.
Well, it's just nice to get... No, never mind.
Didn't snap his fingers, did he?
Snap his fingers?
Yeah.
We might break them.
No. As in, click his fingers, like.
Let me think.
Just out of curiosity.
He did now, you mention it, yeah. He said how those brigands just fall on a town like that.
And how do you feel about leaving the town?
Well, I think a tavern and plentiful food is a good thing to have. Everybody seems quite nice here. But it'll be alright. It'll be alright to move on. Plenty of food on the road and all that.
Looking around, is Arnett with the caravan at all? The hunter, the tracker.
You can't see Arnott around.
Is Lau around anywhere, the little child?
Make a perception check.
And looking around the caravan is it Joe? Sorry,
No sign of Lau. No sign of Lau. No kids at all in the street.
Oh, okay. Is it Jodicus, the cartographer?
That's right.
Is he with the caravan at all?
Yeah. You see him. He's in the back of one of the carts.
I'll go over to him and ask him if he knows where Arnott has gone.
Arnott? I haven't seen him since yesterday. I've really been so focused on this. He's got a board out of a large sheet of parchment. He's drawing an in-depth map of both the village and the surrounding land. He's sketching in what looks to be field areas marked out for where crops should be, but it's not consistent with how it is outside.
He's back with the horses.
Yeah.
And Teruin as well. The other way.
Yeah, and Benga. Yeah. So Benga's over with Bat, and they seem to be doing some work on repairing one of the carts.
Arnott's missing.
But you can't see Teruin.
Hubie said he spoke to.
Hubie said he spoke to him.
Can I ask?
Hubie.
Huey.
Yeah.
Huey, can I give you a little task to do?
Huey's like leaning right into the cauldron in the background. That's it, scrub it there. Okay.
Can you take this? They got seem to have a nice varied amount of food here.
Right.
Right. If I give you this, I'm going to get out a silver and 2 copper.
Right.
See if you can go get us something a little bit more interesting than what seems to be just bird for tonight.
Bird's good eating.
You might be able to get something else with it, to...
What do you mean, like a potato?
Something... Just go get some provisions that we don't currently possess on the caravan, because when we leave, we won't have access to those.
Right, go shopping.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, no problem.
And I'll put the silver and the 2 copper in his hands.
All right. So Hubie take that and wanders off towards off to the side part of town.
Sorry, was it Teruin?
Teruin is missing. Benga is with Bat working on one of the carts.
So, what is it we wish to do?
This is just for my own curiosity of being told either side. It won't hurt for us to do it. I think it'll be good spiritually for all of us. But obviously, what was his name? Exard was saying that everyone was denied being seen to the children, and the children were the key, and all this nonsense. And we seem to have access to the children. So just for my own peace of mind, I'd like to just go there, maybe give them a blessing of sorts, which I've done on many occasions, and hopefully it brings them luck, and then we can be on our way. And it will just put my mind at ease, really. That maybe he's over-exaggerating, and if he over-exaggerates about that point, then in my head there's a high possibility he's over-exaggerating about a lot of other things too.
I think we should be quiet about that name. Let's call him
Bob.
Professor X.
I literally thought that, and I thought, no, try again. Call him
Sec 2.
Well, between us,
What? Hello?
You keep cleaning Sec.
Okay.
Success. Success.
Success.
Success.
So Hubie spoke to like it. Arnett and Terowin aren't with the caravan right now. I would like to go and look for them. I don't think it requires all of us. So I'm going to go and check the
Just one of you go.
yeah, probably not. Do it. I would appreciate some company.
Do you want me to come with you?
If that's okay. I think if Randy's going to go and speak to children, he might need your sound conscious
A chaperone.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be a bad idea if perhaps you went with them.
I like children.
I bet you do.
That sounds worse than it sounds.
I bet you do.
But I think we should
Sexy
probably
kid.
check. Was it the goat?
Yes, it's, as I say, roughly, you can see that it's a hand painted sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's splayed goat.
Cool.
And just to be clear, are we planning on
There's no picture, it's just words.
Oh, wonderful. That makes it better, actually.
Splayed goat.
Yes.
Are we leaving town tonight or in the morning?
When we're the blessing won't take long. We'll be done within an hour.
So as soon
But
as...
it's already looking around. Is it already mid-afternoon?
Yeah, you travelled for... It's quite a while to travel down the mountain, so it is mid-afternoon. You're talking this time of year, you're 4 hours till sunset.
As soon as we've got the entire caravan regrouped.
Perhaps we'll go and do what you want to do, but let's spread the word to the caravan to start packing down and get ready to move.
Agreed. So you and I can go and do that,
Yeah.
and then head round to the goat.
Yeah. While they go do their chill. While they go.
So
Yeah.
that is what we shall do.
Okay. So, as you start making so the plan is that you are going to go off and look for...
We're gonna go.
We're going to try and locate Arnett and or Terowin.
Okay. And
The three of us are apparently going to the orphanage.
going to the orphanage.
Before we do, I'll let Huey know of our plans, that we're not stopping. As soon as everyone's assembled, we're going, and the Afir would like the caravan ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, spread the word amongst our people that start breaking down and get ready to move.
And I'll say to Sec as well to
Hello?
stay with Huey,
Yes.
do what he says until we come back.
Okay. Okay. So just as you head out from your own point, you feel the first pitter-patter of drops of rain hitting your face. It's clouded over, and a light drizzle starts, just hitting the top part of your clothing and bringing a chill to the air as you head off to different parts of town. The three of you heading off looking for what you think would be the orphanage. Where are you going to look for Terowin and Arnett?
Start with the goat.
Yeah, the splayed
See if
goat.
anyone's
Okay.
seen them.
It's a bit of a relief when you first get under the cover. It's big, thick pillars like this forming the corners of the building. There are 4 pillars on the short side you walk in where it's been hand painted, obviously hand painted. splayed goat. You are relieved that there is no illustration. There are 8 pillars down the long sides of the building open, and it's only at the far end of the building that is enclosed. That's the area where the bar is. There are what look to be chairs and tables made out of cut logs and halved barrels and things like that.
Are there many patrons in here at the moment?
There are about 8 people in here at the moment sitting at tables.
Okay, so not too busy, but...
No, they've clay mugs and they're drinking.
The day drinkers.
Day drinkers, or afternoon drinkers. The water hitting the roof and making quite a sound as it's hitting the wooden shingle on the top and just bucketing off the sides, splattering into the streets, turning what was this dried ground into softer mud. You can see it splattering up, creating initially some dust to rise, but quickly flattening it.
We might not be going anywhere tonight if the ground gets too wet.
We can't stay here.
No.
Let's find Arnett.
Come on. We'll make our way over to... Well, I'll make my way over to the bar.
I'll just look around at the bar, size everyone up. I don't think I could take anyone in here if they started trouble.
Look imposing.
Perception check.
That is a 19.
You so most of the people here look to be. There's no one who looks like a guard. Looks mostly to be the peasantry town folk. You think possibly farmers, labourers. There's a couple of people that would be strong, but no one you think you couldn't take.
So I'll stand in the doorway, trying to look fairly imposing while I wait for you.
It's all open side, so I mean.
Well, I'll stand in the open way,
like trying to
look like I'm standing in a doorway.
Yeah, it's like trying to stand in a doorway with a gazebo with no sides on.
Yeah, and I'll stand there, just trying to, when you put your hands behind your muscles, and try.
Right, so you stand. You stand at the. Against the edge, just looking out. And what are you going to do?
I will approach the people at the bar.
Okay, so you go over to the bar. There is a woman behind the counter.
I see, miss. I am part of the caravan, the travellers that turned up just the other night.
Yes, dear. I remember you seeing your bunch come in and help with the fire. Very good of you all.
Yeah, I've not met this woman before, have I?
No.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm just looking for one of my... Well, two of my number, actually. Goes by the name of Arnett and a fellow called Terwin. Arnett, he's a outdoorsy type, and Terwin, he's one of our work hands, really. I don't suppose any of our number, besides our cooks, have come in to you, have they?
I've seen a couple of them come in and out. Orvin, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Okay. 5.
Okay. I've seen a couple of them come in and out. It's been like more than a day now. So a couple of them come in and had drinks, and I don't know any of them by name, I'm afraid.
No, I understand.
Is there anything I can get you? An ale or something?
Did they speak with anyone here?
I'm sorry, dear, I don't remember.
Well, that's quite alright. I don't expect you to. Why the splayed goat? I must ask.
It's not my choice of name. There was a previous building here called the Splayed Goat. This is really, if you like, Splayed Goat 2. They just kept the name.
Splayed Goat 2.
Unfortunately, the proprietor, he passed away some time ago. And
not as a result of the fire, then, no?
No, some time ago, a few months back. But I think everybody just got used to calling the place either the Goat or the Splayed. So, I'm used to it.
Okay.
Oh. Can I get you a drink? This is a second voice, as Ica just sits in the seat next to you at the bar.
Ica, I didn't expect to see you. I thought you might be busy.
So glad that you're back in town.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure to have extra people in here.
Yes.
Please, a drink for our friend here.
I am very thirsty.
Off here, isn't it?
That's correct, yes.
How did you fare up in the hills? An ale. The woman pours ale. Look, into a clay cup, slides it across.
Wet my whistle.
You glance back over to the side of it. Orvin's looking out into the raining streets.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We
should pass the building with no walls.
We encountered a number of kobold. Made it all the way up to the shrine, and well, it was like Sewell. It is Sewell, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Sorry, my memory. I'm very tired from the travelling.
Of course you are.
It's like Sewell said. I'm afraid it's trucks in all directions. It's very hard to pin down, but we made it to the shrine and back. That place makes me feel uneasy, but I'm not sure I can quite put my finger on why.
He places a hand on your shoulder. I wouldn't worry about it. Places of worship are filled with mystery that I've never been able to wrap my head round. It's a tragedy that we don't have a priest here.
Well, I believe you remember Randy, don't you?
I think so, yeah. One of your group?
Yeah, I think he's going to try and deliver some sort of sermon or something to the children of the orphanage later today.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's cleared it with Silwell.
We'll have to check on that, of course.
Of course. He might. I don't know whether he was going to do it right away, but perhaps later this afternoon. I'm very sorry we couldn't find the bandits.
Can you make a deception check, please?
Come on, charisma.
You'd think so, right?
That one written all over it, hasn't it?
Come on, spectacularly well or bad?
I got a 6 plus 8. What's that? 14.
14. Yeah.
14, okay. Listen to me. This town needs... If we're to survive, we need new people. Fresh, strong people. We need a priest. You've got a priest. I mean, this place could be good for you. Plentiful food and...
To be honest with you, I get he's a part-time priest at best.
Wait, what?
I'm doing my best to run this place, and Silwell is a wonderful administrator. I don't know what I would do without him, but well, the people here, they are simple people, good people. I need strong people for when these bandits return, but not just that, to build this place up to be more. Someplace safer than Mist Hass. Look at me. We're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there. And 20 to 11, we will leave it there.
You fucked. What was the one thing? Don't go alone. So what did you do? I walk up to the bar on my own.
My apologies. I thought my bodyguard was in me.
Have you seen him out in the daylight? No. When you came into the town, you didn't see him initially. You saw him in the morning, but only in the Great Hall.
And we were told we had to go to him. He would not come to us at all.
You could be around as well.
Yeah.
I was looking out at the rain.